Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Falling Stars, episode 1 or 0.5 or something like that. We've been working on this for a bit.
-1.
Ever since...
let's go with 0.5. I like
sure.
that.
Ever since we stopped our previous campaign. So, yeah, pretty psyched. We're still having some of the artwork done, so the overlays and stuff are done. So some text might not be lined out perfectly. But we're getting awesome portraits. So
Yes, very promising.
probably next week. That should be right.
They should be next week.
That's great. All right.
You're gonna love him.
Would hope so.
Yeah, we are.
So we went with a completely new homebrew campaign because that's what we like to do and make things difficult for ourselves. It's
For you,
For
not
you mostly.
for us it's okay. We just play.
this time around,
Our
though,
kind and benevolent GM.
so benevolent. Right.
So kind.
Right. So this time around, we went with a bit darker world, not in the sense that it's more spooky, but more in the sense that you don't know as much yet. Because last time that we ran into a bit of an issue where you guys just knew too much, and we were supposed to have a 30-day, 900-mile journey through discovered and well-known and well-paved roads, lands,
Boring
and stuff.
country.
That was boring, so we don't want to do that anymore. So, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Let's not get into that.
So, we start out on the day of the culling.
Yeah.
It's a day of quiet festivities. All around Broken Star, this is viewed as a good day, a necessary day. And you can feel that vibe. Still, it's a little quiet as people solemnly decorate the square in front of the lake and the ethereal falls. Red paper birds in all sizes are hung from lantern posts and washing lines, and the wings flutter in the wind and they make that distinct sound that you all know very well. You've become familiar with the sound. It's the same thing every year. You may have your own opinions of the ritual, as young people tend to, but if so, you don't really feel like that opinion is shared by the masses.
And we don't get to change anything about it anyway, so.
Well, you can always try. Today, this year, on the first fire day of the month of the Phoenix, in the year 619, 2 elves and a dwarf have been summoned. You may not know them personally. Broken Star is a large city, but there's a good chance you've seen them around at some point. You and most of the non-essential personnel of Broken Star are about to gather in Mirror's Reach. You're all summoned. The southwestern point of the ancient star-shaped city you live in. As you know, this is where the city meets the lake and the ethereal falls, the massive waterfall blocking off most of the southern routes to Broken Star, or what would be routes. Bodin,
Aye.
today is extra special for you, even though you've had a bit of exposure in the Divine Shield. It's been mostly busy work for you.
Aye.
Today, however, you're asked to join in the festivities. It's Erlich, who has been your sergeant for the last few years and is pretty close to the head of the Shield, Councillor Marlian. Stops by your chambers. You're probably cleaning shields. You're well aware there's a ceremony today, so much more to polish. Perhaps you were dozing off a little bit even, because tonight was a bit rough. The dream felt particularly vivid this time. Sergeant Erlich stops and knocks. You're not alone in these chambers. There's a young boy and a slightly older girl with you.
You guys excuse me for like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Doggy issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a visitor dog, and
Yeah.
he's not loving this.
He's adjusting to not seeing his 2 bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I'll continue with
Yes.
Bodin
With
though.
bonus
So,
fail.
yeah, there's he stops by your door and knocks.
Aye, Sergeant. How you doing?
So a stocky old dwarf walks in. You're not really sure, and you never ask, but this guy might be ready for the culling in a few years. His by now white mutton chops and patchy beard look a lot cleaner today. I mean, it's a big day. Mr. Stormbreaker.
Greetings. The shields are almost done.
Great. Today's your lucky day.
Already?
I was short a few good men, and well, the councillor thought you'd be a good fit for our presentation.
I won't let you down, sir.
Hey,
I
are you
won't
up for
let
that, lad?
Of course. I'm born for this.
Great. So, walk us through this. What does Bodin look like, and how does he experience this?
Bodin is a dwarf with a nice red mohawk, clean-shaven hat, and a big red beard. with some braids in it. Most of the time you see him very close to his special hammer. It's a family heir loom. Other than that, he likes to be well groomed. He is well dressed. He's a good fellow, but with a resting grumpy face, so that doesn't really help for him.
So not resting bitch face, but resting grumpy face.
Indeed.
Nice.
It's resting dwarf face, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, dwarf face.
Yes.
Alright.
So the shields are almost done. Just 2 more to go.
Right. Yeah, so we see Bowden cleaning up some of the last shields, polishing them. And then what do you do?
When I'm done with that, Sergeant, what do you need me now?
Yeah, so he tells you to follow him outside when you're done. You know where to go. It's on
I'll follow that then.
well, near the lake. All right.
Well,
Reach.
good luck when I leave the room to the other one.
All right.
Have a good day. It's going to be festive.
Yeah, the boy especially looks a little jealous, but he would be far too young anyway. But yeah, no, this definitely a big thing.
Walk to him, lay my hand on his shoulder. I was in your place a couple of years ago, and for me it's now finally happening. So just keep focused, and you can reach this top.
Thank you, Mr. Stonebreaker.
Aye. All right, I'll go outside.
All right. Akaya, you're in a bed somewhere. It doesn't even matter. It's hard to tell anyway. It's still dark. You lie awake, or maybe you just woke up. From behind you, you hear, almost in a nagging way, "It's getting closer, isn't it, dear?" The dreams are getting stronger. It's been almost 10 years as well. Come on, talk to me. You must feel something. Pain, hatred, relief, anything?
Annoyance? Will you be quiet?
Are you looking forward to it? You know what's coming. Don't you agree with it? I believe it's Fire Day when the sun gets up, right? First Fire Day of the month of the Phoenix. Another one of those prized rituals. I can only wonder. And then it's like a door closes or something and footsteps walking away in the distance, but maybe you're all just making it up. You're still very sleepy. You've had a rough few days and nights anyway.
Yeah, very.
So as it gets light and you try to sleep in a bit, you're waking up at a fairly quiet, were it not that the entire city is afoot rumblings of the Broken Star. You realize you better get to the event. You don't want to miss it. So walk us through this.
Yeah.
What does Akaya look like and what does she do next?
Well, I'm still a relatively young half-elf with very light skin and dark hair with, yeah, it's called plum. The color is called plum. I can't help it.
Alright.
I get up, I get dressed in my customary dark leathers and my lovely, lovely warm green cloak with all the silver fuzz. I hide several daggers and lockpicks and other, well, trade tools on my person. And then I guess we'll set out.
Alright.
Probably not through the door, probably through the window.
As one does.
Since I don't actually know which room I am currently in.
Yeah, so as you get out and you do find yourself in a fairly familiar spot, like you may have been here before at least, it's quite easy to see which way to go because there's masses of people heading the same way basically. You do know as you get out that it's not so much a celebration yet, but there's definitely preparations for the celebration. And whereas normally maybe that would be just a portion of the people, it seems like everyone's helping out. It's a big day.
It's a busy day.
Tell him Laith, right?
Tell him Laith.
Tell him Laith. Alright? Tell him Laith. It's early morning as you wake up. You're not the first one up here in Camp Elonia. Some people are already up and about, but you probably slept a bit worse than them anyway. That dream returns. You realize you're woken up by a light drizzle as some drops of water caress your face. As you get up and look around, you see that a few of the druids have their classic knapsacks on. They're ready to go. They're lightly packed though, and you remember why they're heading into the city to Mirror's Reach. You also notice that the drizzle is really only here, and someone is to blame. It's eternal starlight over endless meadows, or to you, starlight. He's a leaf leshy. Their face is made up of a large sunflower and has a bit of a disturbing permanent smile on it. Their head turns your way and says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Talamlaith Garanach of Broken Star." They always do that, like the full name.
Oh, fun.
I didn't mean to disturb you. Then again, it is time to leave. Do you not think so?
That is fine. Destiny calls, doesn't it?
Yes, I do believe the Flame and the Wanderer asks for us all to join. So the Flame is the head of the Banner of the Phoenix, their spiritual leader, and the Wanderer is like this odd person who is probably the head of the Banner of the Stranger. But it's kind of hard to tell. They just show up sometimes at these events and people kind of listen to them. And you two realize that you're kind of supposed to be there, or people will quickly come to question your motives. So walk us through this. What does Talonlight look like? What's he do next?
Well, he is a 21-year-old human male with, half-long, dark blonde hair. His skin is European pale, but his eyes are his trademark. Well, his first impression that you get. The ice blue color is definitely always present, and quite remarkable. He's got muscles, but not overly done. Like it's kind of common for a human male of that age.
All right. Yeah, especially here in Broken Star, and even more so, like you live in this camp outside of the city that is surrounded by dangers. And as if he knew exactly on time,
Of course.
Bara returns.
Bara returns. So, Bara,
Yes.
you're probably already out hunting and ranging in the woods near Camp Pelonia. It's a little cloudy, but other than that the weather seems fine, no drizzle to speak of. You too had the dream tonight, and it was more vibrant than ever. You witnessed this other city crumble, and in the chaos you turned your head, but there was no cause to be found. It was almost like it was just crumbling on its own. And you briefly think you see a shape, a living thing maybe, but then it's gone. Now out in the woods you feel at home where others dare not tread, most others at least. In the distance you spot a white beetle, probably humanoid, what it looks like, and seconds later you hear a whistle and you recognize it as a scout's call. And a human man walks up to you. You've seen him many times before. He's tasked with scouting this part of the woods for dangers, but you know him to slack off every now and then. His name is Sungren, a 30-ish-year-old man with a scruffy beard and a slightly longer mustache. He reeks of booze most days, but today seems to be
Damn.
tolerable. Anta, shouldn't you be heading to Mirror's Reach? It's only non-essential personnel. He grins a little at you.
I hadn't truly made many plans for today. Figured if I'm not needed anywhere, I might as well do my thing.
I'm just messing with you, son. Well, I do believe you're supposed to be on your way soon. It's all non-essential personnel, and he kind of like waves you away. So
Right.
walk us through this. What does Bara look like, and what does he do next?
Bara's a lizard folk, or as the lizard folk themselves call themselves, a Ruxy. He's fairly tall-ish, about 6'6", though he's expected to grow quite a bit more. He's a ranger. He wears a dark green tunic and a grey hood. His scales are mostly vibrant yellow, with some black on his head and his back. He carries a particularly large hunting knife with an antler for the handle, and a custom-made composite longbow. And most of his time he just spends out in the wilds, away from the city, and away from people he believes disdain him.
Wonder why.
Yeah, so does he.
Alright, so do you also make your way to Broken
Yes,
Star?
since it's been made clear that all non-essential personnel are needed. Yeah, he'll make his way there.
Alright.
1 sec, please.
Yeah, your
Poor puppy dog.
guard dog, right?
Yeah. Could you just... Yeah.
Maybe it's easier if he's just here. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. He's sniffing around for a bit.
Zit. Ga maar zitten. Zitten.
Be a bit more quiet.
Doggy business.
Yeah.
Serious business.
But he's a very good puppy.
He's definitely a good puppy.
Okay, back in character.
So we found your companion.
Yes, your animal companion. Right. Anything you guys want to do? Do you head straight for Mirror's Reach, or do you go somewhere else
Try
first?
to follow orders.
Yeah. So
Is there any possibility to break into the council archives?
I mean, there's always a possibility. I don't know how quickly you want to make a new character, but
No, let's just keep this one for now then.
all right.
I want to sharpen my big ass executioner's blade, which is a kind of a great axe thing,
Okay.
and bring it along just in case. You never know what's going down.
You never do. All right. Do you all carry weapons? As you're
Well,
walking,
yes.
or as you've walked through this city, like you've lived here all your life, you know that it is fairly common to carry your weapons. The city is mostly safe within the borders, but it's the mostly part that gets people to carry at least a sidearm or so.
Yeah, but
Definitely.
mine is notably big, so
Yeah,
Oh.
which is why I asked. But
I'm
alright.
in armor, with a shield, with my hammer.
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
you're supposed to present, so
Yes.
that makes sense. You wear your armor,
Mm.
your armor of the Guardian.
My weapons are tools of my trade, so I usually keep them close.
Yeah, fair.
You want to call my weapons tools of the trade as well, or should it
I
just
mean,
specify that I carry at least 2 daggers at all times?
Yeah, but you kind of have them hidden anyway, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, a dagger is definitely an acceptable sidearm, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Most of the daggers are hidden, and one is very nice to show off with a pretty red gem, especially Vicious Blade. It's so nice.
All right. So as
Yes, I
you
still
as
have
you
it.
make it to Mirror's Reach, as you make it to Mirror's Reach, you start getting into the more crowded part of town. It's because there's about 1,000 or so people in Broken Star, and you reckon that at least over half of them are already here. Setting up stands, some of them are already there. The little red paper birds, they're also being sold. There's actually a fairly large a delegation of the Banner of the Phoenix selling them, making them and selling them. You see that a bunch of them are made by children. It's like simple busy work. So you take some time. Do you help anywhere, or do you just enjoy yourselves? Or
I'd like to find a higher perch, climb on, and have a bit of a look, see what's going on, and see if any of my own people are doing anything noteworthy.
all right. Can you give me an athletics check?
Yes. 11.
Right, because in this city, it's not hard to find parts that are higher up, so a perch will be easy to find. Getting there is sometimes a bit trickier. These buildings are all ancient, and though they're fairly sturdy, they're not made to climb per se. But yeah, you manage to slowly make your way up a larger building. It's not a building that is large because it has a special function now. It seems to be just like a simple hall where some merchants gather in.
Mm-hmm.
But it may have had that purpose at some point. So you managed to climb on. Can you give me a perception check?
Yeah.
Ooh, the first roll.
That's the second roll, and it's a nat 1.
It's really.
Aww.
Aw.
Yeah,
What was
so
the first roll?
5.
it's great. So yeah, you climb up high, but you don't really manage to spot any Eruxi. They're fairly rare anyway. Like it's not like you're the only one. And it was a little cloudy, so maybe you just climbed a bit too high. You definitely see a bunch of people moving around though, so it would be hard to spot one anyway.
Is it from this spot? Can I see the place where the culling will happen?
Yeah, it's right at the lake, and they're already building a sort of an improvised pier where they would do that thing.
Then I think I'll just stay there.
All right.
What's the purpose of the birds? Just decoration?
Well, it represents the phoenix. So, and the phoenix, the banner of the phoenix, the aspect of the phoenix is all about destroying to make room for new growth, for new life, which is exactly what the culling is. So you get rid of your slightly too old elves and dwarves, so to say, to make room for new.
Ouch.
For new life.
It's an honor.
It is, yeah. It's also one of the things they agreed upon when founding this city. And
Yes,
yeah.
but rebellious teenagers don't have to agree with everything.
No, you don't have to agree with anything, so that's fine.
Basically, what we do.
So Argent, what can I do?
And so you're basically standing in line right now, so they're in like a V formation.
Mhm.
So and you're in one of the lines, and the sergeant is next to you, and he just looks very. It seems like he's dozing off a bit. So he's standing next to you. He's trying to look firm, and as you said,
Sarge,
as you go, as you go.
all right.
That's not really helping, now is it?
Right, we're here to make sure everything goes well. So far it does. Let's try and keep it that way.
All right. Well, keep order best as I can do. As new as I am in this job.
Are there any
Field
buildings
work.
near the lake?
Any villains?
Buildings.
Oh, right. Okay, because
There's only one villain.
I was like, I guess you could roll for that, but that's yeah. you
If
know.
I can find a bit of mud, I will toss it at you.
Right.
Well, covertly.
Yeah. You see that there are buildings right up onto the edge of the lake, and you know that there's some ruins that are actually inside the lake as well.
Okay. I take a long time admiring all of them because I rarely visit this place or this city to begin with. But yes.
Yeah, just taking in a bit of the culture.
Yep. See how much has changed in the meanwhile.
Do you guys meet? Like some of you know each other, right? But not all of you.
Mhm.
Do you guys meet up? Because you will definitely spot out Bowden because he's standing there, like right next to a pretty much sleeping dwarf right now.
Oh, in that case, I'll walk up and put my arm around him. Hey, goody goody.
Well,
no.
I'm on duty.
Ooh, duty. So important.
What are you up to now?
Nothing. Completely innocent at the
Oh,
moment.
you're as innocent as I can trust you, as far I can go. I can throw you.
Well, seeing as your short little arms can't even lift me, that's not gonna be a lot.
Alas, this is the final warning. You can go to the stands and do something, spy some little red birds. Don't insult the guards.
Oh yes, Mr. Important Guard.
I
I shall now go and behave.
You're getting some very stern looks from the guards who are like right beside you because they're in a line. Like he's standing in formation.
Ciao, Shorty. I move off and quickly disappear into the crowd.
Right.
I'm sorry for that, lad. She's evil
Hell bent
in a
on
way.
annoying you.
But entertaining.
Bara, can you give me another perception check, please?
Yeah, sure. Dirty 20.
All right. So you don't manage to find any one of your own people, but you do manage to spot. I'm gonna go with Tal.
Me?
That's
Oh, okay. Ah, Bara.
But like
Wait.
from right up there. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is a one-way thing.
Okay. I'm not sure if he's in calling distance or something, but I just wave in his general direction.
Yeah, I will
Sorry.
politely wave back.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow,
Like, how far up am I?
I can feel the love. I mean, yeah, like 50, 60 foot or so. These buildings are really high.
Yeah, I'm not gonna jump off and embrace him.
No, no, that'd be bad. That'd be like 2 dead players.
Yeah.
catch me! Oh.
Let's not start with that.
Hello. Yes, we're back. Okay.
Yay, we're back.
Great. Yay.
First technical issues, the dog.
We had like a bug, but it's a
dog.
very
We had like a
big
dog.
Very big furry
Dog.
bug.
Yeah.
Yes.
A dog.
Dog.
Right. What were we?
I was
Waving.
and nodding to.
I was being annoyed.
Like a dire
Master
rat.
Talon,
I mean,
who
that's
was, 60 feet below.
a bit much.
Yeah.
All right, right. That was this very like loving reunion where you like sup.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right.
So
Well, I'm not gonna-
most male interactions. Yes. Okay, get it.
Oh yeah, no, that,
Well, I
that
would
means
have
a lot.
struck up a conversation if I wasn't 60 feet
Yeah,
Oh.
up.
That's fair. Yeah.
that's the point here. But is there a place or, spot we need to go to in particular?
No, it's like here. You're supposed to enjoy these festivities. Like it would be a bit suspicious if you would not. Basically.
Rude.
Yeah. Although you could
To those
argue
about
if
to
anyone
die.
would notice if you weren't to show up. So you take your time doing some of the things you want to do in town, either annoying your old friend in the guard or standing very still.
I would like to.
I'm good at that, yeah.
Okay. Now, come. Nah,
I'm so sorry for this.
it's all fine. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I would like to follow the entertaining lady.
All right. All right. You follow an entertaining lady.
Yes.
What do you do?
Do you catch up to me?
No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get more of a.
The entertainment.
Yes.
All right.
Do I notice you following?
I'm not hiding, but I'm not like.
Uh,
So.
There's a large crowd of people, so you probably
Okay.
wouldn't.
No.
So after doing your own thing for a bit, and eventually, I assume even Bara will come down.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe not. He stays up there.
Then
It only remains entertaining for so long.
That's true.
one by one, in front of you guys, a strange hooded figure appears. I'm gonna say this once because I don't want to say the same thing 4 times.
Okay.
I say appear because it's really unclear where they came from. They're dressed in a long brown-gray robes held up with a simple cord, and their hood is down. Even so, the figure stands quite tall. So, especially Bowden, you can
Like,
you can quite easily peek underneath the hood. But all you see there is like a burlap mask.
Well, can I help you?
That can be comfortable. It startles you for a bit, but mostly due to the sudden appearance. And you've all seen this figure before. Some of you may have even prayed with him. This is the Wanderer, presumably the spiritual leader of the Banner of the Stranger, and mostly seen when there's a big event in the Stranger's honor. Of course, the biggest such event is the Argent Moon, where a handful of star seekers are chosen to find the other star city. As you know by now, you're not chosen by hand, but by fate, as it is those who have the dreams who are selected to take on this fatal journey. So, Bowden. They stand in front of you. You have seen it, haven't you? The other star. Yes. Please, meet me at the entrance of the Lost Point ruins in an hour. I will only say this once. And they just vanish instantly. And this happens for all of you. You don't really get a chance to respond unless you try and stop them, but
No, I
Do
just
you?
put my hood on like he has.
Sergeant, I'm not sure what happened, but I have a sense that I have to be gone in an hour or so. Just a temporal break. I'm sorry, it's not the best thing to do on one of my first watches, but you saw the man.
Mr. Stonebreaker, we all have our days when we eat shit, and it has to come out at some point. I get it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you.
No, you're not.
No, I would have made so many comments. But no.
Yeah.
Alright, so you have about an hour or so. Do you do anything in the meantime, or do we skip the hour?
I will head there immediately.
Alright.
And
Do I get a sense that we're gonna be sent away immediately? Or is this more like a meeting?
He says, meet me there, and you look up to the sky, there's no Argent Moon right now. So,
How is
So
the
they'll
weather?
be fine. Okay.
it's a little
And-
cloudy, but otherwise fine.
All right. Well, that's good,
But
but
you
also
would
it's
still see
disappointing for me. But yeah.
Yeah, no, you would still see the moon, and no, it's not storming.
Okay.
yeah, No, I will head there immediately and just have a look out to see who else comes there.
All right.
I'll spend an hour lounging about, seeing if I spot any interesting thing I want to have, and then make my way there, making sure I'm a little bit late.
All right. So, like, if you want to go robbing random people, you can do that. I'm gonna have you roll for it, of course.
I'm not gonna go rob random
Aw.
people.
All right. Like, people are wearing their best clothes and jewels and such today.
Yes, but that also means they're paying attention to where they are, and
Probably,
they're not
yes.
in a box somewhere in the attic.
All right. Yeah. No, you're not finding random attic boxes in the streets. So.
In the streets.
Well, unless you're gonna like look in an attic, but like, yeah, it's up to you.
I'll arrive exactly on time.
Right.
I walk dreamily in the direction of where we're supposed to be, but
All right.
I might be lost.
What
That's
section were we
ironic.
in again?
Lost Point.
No, we're heading to
Yeah.
Lost Point, but
Yeah.
we are in.
Mirror's Reach.
But I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah, other
big,
one. Okay,
so
yeah.
it's like
It is big.
Ish.
Yeah. Yeah. So as you first Bara then, and then Talonlaith, and then Bodin, and eventually also Akaya,
Mhm.
you make your way towards Lost Point, and two of you do start catching up to each other at some point,
Yeah.
unless you're running, but I assume not. It's big, but it's kind of easy to find. You know, the whole city is shaped like a star, so that helps. You're really the only ones going this way, though, because everyone else is either in Mirror's Reach or heading towards it. And you, Bara and Telnet, can you give me perception checks, please?
You need new dice.
Yeah, I do.
9.
Wow, another natural one.
Do you
That's-
want to borrow one of
No,
mine?
thanks.
So, Bara is apparently lost in thought. As Talonlaith, you spot someone else. Halfling girl or woman, it's hard to tell really. Pops up in front of you, and then she starts speaking. Right, you two then. You've been dreaming, eh? She's got like rose-colored, very, very messy hair, like big bags under her eyes, and dressed poorly. Not that the clothes are of poor quality or taste, but she's managed to button up everything incorrectly. And it just looks messy overall.
Life is a dream. Sorry.
Oh
Right.
my god.
But you've had it, right? And you?
Hello.
Suppose so. We're all here, aren't we?
Yeah. Mind if I tag along? Yeah, the Wanderer, and she quickly makes a symbol, but it's so neurotic and fast that it's hard to tell what exactly it is. Asked me to meet him at Lost Point.
Very well. Don't believe we've met before.
The name's Molly, and she stretches out her hand. But you're like 2 meters tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a halfling, so it's very much.
Yeah, I'll hunch a bit.
No.
Bara, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Talonlaith.
Right. Yeah. No, I'll remember that. Molly.
Talum, if you can't remember the full name.
Tell him. No, I can do that.
I do take her hand and shake it once.
Very solemnly.
Uh-huh.
All right. she's like twitches like this guy.
Yep.
So
That guy.
we follow. Someone's breathing into the mic. Yeah, that might happen. That might be me. So
Might be all of
we
us.
follow the group as you walk through Broken Star, even though there's quite some distance between you guys right now, and get a chance to appreciate the surroundings. The Broken Star has been your home for all your lives, and the home for all its citizens for 619 years, when it was founded by an eclectic group of all sorts of ancestries. It wasn't built 619 years ago, though. These buildings are definitely not of any architecture you know. Buildings are massive, almost in a Gothic style, but a greyish white in color, though that may have been different all those years ago. Many of the buildings still stand, which says something about their structural integrity.
Ooh,
Though
Gothic.
Lost Point is aptly named. It is about a fifth of the star-shaped city, and has been completely turned to ruins. You've all been there before, though your parents definitely would have told you not to. It's one of those things that everyone...
Yeah, why do you think we're there?
Yeah, it's one of those things that everyone wants to have seen up close at some point in their lives. It's the front part of the massive ruins have largely been cleared out, either by brave adventurers or those down on their luck, and out of home. But the deeper parts of the ruins are still untouched, both because it would be extremely hard and tedious to clear, and because there are more tales and legends of peril about it than you could think of. Or than I could think of, I guess. So after quite a trek, first Bara and Talonite, you arrive at the entrance to Lost Point, and as you do, you spot the same hooded and masked figure as before.
Master Wanderer.
Greetings.
Hello. Where are the others? And then Bowden will arrive on
Exactly
time,
on time.
Exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
He takes out like a pocket watch. It's like, very well. How much later do you want to join?
5 minutes.
All right.
Do I sense that there's a time to shake hands to people? Or is it like we're standing in line and we'll just wait what happens?
Yeah.
Kind of moment.
I think I'll just politely ask the Wanderer, how many more people are we expecting?
1. And you see that Molly is kind of like jumping up and down a little bit. And
Nice.
seems really
Jolly.
anxious. Let's
Oh.
go with anxious.
Anxious.
Jolly,
Yeah.
happy, maybe nervous. It's hard to tell. But it's something.
Impatient.
But you feel like, yeah, you could probably like shake other people's hands, but the Wanderer's like this is enigma. You have no clue what he would want you
That's
to do.
fair.
Maybe he is
Maybe
very
he doesn't
upset
even
that you
have
not
hands to
shaking
shake, so...
Well, he did take out a pocket watch, but he did have a glove on, so
Mm.
you don't know what's underneath.
What do you think, little one?
Hello. So
Hi.
yeah, she doesn't have to stretch out that far
No.
now, I guess. But, Molly,
Boden Stonebreaker.
nice to meet you.
You are enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah, I can't
That's
wait.
good. We need that spirit. I will up to you. And I'm not giving you a hand, I'm giving like a Boden Stonebreaker.
I shake once. Tell him later.
You have a good grip.
Hmm?
I respect that. Hunter, I've seen you once or twice.
Bowden?
Whole greeting session here. That's
Well,
nice.
I saw
And-
the way he greeted you, so I'll just...
Nice.
At this point,
That's
I'll
the Stonebreaker.
saunter up. Hey, Shorty!
Oh, that's very typical. Are you sure you're not making a mistake or something?
Of course not.
You've all had the
Interesting
dreams.
company.
Yes.
Wait, dreams?
Yes.
That's what this is about. Oh, God.
Show some respect, mistress. Please.
Just listen for once.
Very well. Good
I know
to
it's
see you
hard.
all here. Now it will come as no surprise that you are to be the next Star Seekers. And he takes like a moment to just look at you all. This is a great honor, and I expect you to act as true emissaries to Broken Star from now on. You're about to undertake a dangerous journey, and you will probably never return.
I will
Still,
wield the honor to my grave.
there must be hope. Very well.
Yeah, and what if we refuse? Sorry, but this is a question I've wanted to ask for... I don't know, almost 18 years?
I am sure you will not refuse. Now I realize it sounds fairly bleak,
What if?
but there may be hope yet. You see, your dreams are very similar to those of your predecessors. Very similar. But I believe not the same. In your dreams, the other star, it falls, yes? You see it crumble? But is it also true that you see a red moon? And you've never realized it, but thinking about it now, you do in fact remember the moon slowly changing its color, very gradually over the last few weeks of having these dreams. And it went from like silver to grey, slowly turning more red.
But how red is the moon now? Well, you can't see it,
No.
right?
No, well, it's day, so you don't see it.
Was it Boden hair rat?
We don't
very
have a
red.
portrait yet, but it's pretty red, but more like a dark red. You could say like crimson red, or you know, blood
Blood
red.
red.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. I do not know what that means, but it is different. The Argent Moon is upon us very soon. It's but a day or two away. You should make sure you are ready. Train. Stock up on supplies. Get ready to leave. For now, though, let us return to the festivities and take in as much of our culture as you can.
Master Wanderer, when the time comes, we meet at the shrine of the stranger. No?
Yes.
Very well.
And he nods and starts walking off into the distance,
So,
like all ominously and stuff.
How does he know what we've been dreaming?
Well, you know of the Argent Moon,
Of course.
and you should know that the emissary of the stranger should know about matters that concern the stranger.
So, yay, no answer, thank you.
What exactly do we know of the Wanderer? Like, he shows up, but what does he do normally?
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
No.
Like he talks to people and they listen to him, apparently, or them.
Just
Okay.
like we did.
Does he live somewhere, or does he just appear?
Yeah, he appears.
Okay.
No one's ever seen him actually like walk into a building and stay there for a night.
Okay.
It's just a real weird guy.
And are there more
Mm.
like him?
No, like there is the banner of the stranger, and the people working for it are pretty odd generally, but not like that. No, they're
Okay.
just people who have a home somewhere in Broken Star. It's really just this person, and you know it's someone like dressed up, covered up completely. There's a chance it's not a person; it's multiple people. That's an option.
Interesting. Alright. Maybe it's an Aten. I mean, sure.
It did look like it was only one hat. But,
Okay.
you know.
Maybe it's just 3 goblins in a ring.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. There are
Suppose,
goblins, yeah.
when we start making our way back, I'd like to walk at Talam's side. Master Talamuth, I had not expected to find you amongst this company.
Yes, me neither. But these dreams are important, and I think that fate is calling.
I believe the stars are calling, yes. I suppose fate with them. Still, if we are to undertake this journey together, I'm honored to stand at your side, Master.
Likewise.
You honor me.
However, these companions to be, we are with just very few.
This is true.
We better prepare. The wild is dangerous.
I've been preparing for this all my life. So Molly says as she's still like jumping about, and probably more so than before even.
Have you
All your
known
life?
all your life that you would be here, or have you hoped all your life?
Oh no, it's definitely hope. I work for the banner of the stranger. Never been on an adventure, but I really want to.
Really? What do you know of adventures?
Well, I read a lot about it.
Oh, we'll get along fine. Come on, I'll teach you some stuff.
All right.
Gaia.
I'm Akaya, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Molly.
Oh,
Gaia a
Molly
minute.
doll.
Alone from them.
Ooh. Gonna abandon them already? Sure.
Yeah,
I'll
I will
follow him.
immediately take 1 or 2 steps away from you when you say that.
Well,
Sure.
very respectful.
Alright. I hope you understand that this is a mission of honor and respect and importance for the Lost Star. We are emissaries. I expect from you your best behavior, not the kind that you filled my sister with.
You know my behavior. How is little Bara? Can she hold her liquor by now?
We do not talk about that.
Oh, it was fun. And yes, I will come along, don't worry.
For all time's sake, I hope that
I mean-
whatever we had as friendship when we were younger, a little bit respect for me and for our companions. Don't teach that halfling. Don't teach us strange things.
If
Keep-
she works for the strangers,
I understand, but still, what you can do to people, it's not good.
Damn.
I'll give you only one warning.
I have a gift,
Right.
I know.
Walk.
That's promising.
Wow, he got even more boring.
So you walk off even further, or
I
something?
walk towards
Alright,
the rest
okay.
of the
Like,
group.
is this
Yeah.
over?
But it is like, this is my saying, and then I walk. Power move, power play.
Yeah, so Molly looks a little bit disturbed at you, like, what's
Sure.
the matter?
We had just a conversation. Nothing
He's
to worry
boring and he's
about.
scared I'm not boring.
Okay.
Tolemlaith. Nice
Hi,
to meet
Akaya.
you. One shake. Yeah.
With a sort of curtsy.
Okay.
They say shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. So.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Good call. Nah.
I'm so sorry.
Did I get your name yet?
Don't be.
I don't believe you have.
Well, shake hands too. Akaya.
Bara.
Bar. Oh. Oh, that's gonna be difficult.
That's the same name as my sister.
I'm afraid I overheard that, yes.
How good are you with drink? And I wink at Bodin.
One warning.
Oh, this is gonna be the
My-
quickest PvP ever.
Is moonshine a thing?
No, we're
I
avoiding
mean,
that.
it kinda has to be, right?
Sunshine is.
Sure,
I know, right?
it's a thing.
Yes.
Also, I think like a version of moonshine is a thing in every civilization.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, let's definitely just call it moonshine.
Yeehaw. Yeah.
So don't let Bodin hear me get serious, but you guys really had the same dream, all of us. Another star city like this one, but
In
intact
ruins.
and falling.
Well, I was going to ask exactly what you had dreamed, but since you already explained, yes.
Yeah, it's been a rough few nights, and Molly starts like scratching somewhere, but there's nothing to be seen. It's just
Mm.
scratching for the sake of it, it seems.
Don't do that, dear.
But I don't wish to pick sides immediately, but I think what Master Stonebreaker has to say has wisdom to it. Best to leave our differences of our past lives behind and see if we can get through this as a team.
Have you
Yeah.
ever been in the wild?
No,
Hmm.
plants don't really interest me.
Have you?
I have been there for most of my life now.
Oh, you're still alive. That's pretty good.
Mm, Well,
I'm impressed.
It's a skill to be learned, that is for sure.
and a matter of luck,
All right.
I think.
I prefer that, said Lara.
Don't undersell yourself.
I mean, it's been close before.
We're still there.
Hmm.
Well, you need a little bit of luck in your life. Just a matter of praying.
Hard
Hmm?
work and perseverance. That's what you need.
Right. Yes. No, that too. Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
Keen eye, a sense for danger works wonders sometimes.
So you think
I'll
we're
agree
in
with
danger?
those two, not them. Luck, yeah, sure.
Okay.
And knowing what you want.
So, Mistress Molly, you say you work for the stranger.
I do.
What exactly do you do?
Administration. I know it's quite boring, but it puts me closer to. And she like, looks back at where the Wanderer used to stand. Right.
Very well.
So should we? I'm back.
I suppose it's about time for the celebrations.
I'll need to stand on guard duty. I'll leave you all to it. A
Good
good
luck.
day.
See you, Shorty.
Akaya.
Yeah. So you walk back for another hour or so until you get back to Mirror's Reach, and you take your place back in the formation. It still takes a little while. The celebration isn't until dusk, and it's
No.
still quite early. Like it's like mid-afternoon right now. But at some point, can you all give me perception checks, please?
I thought we were drinking then and then puking.
16.
15.
13.
Alright.
22.
Alright. So, first, Talonblade, you notice that like there's some ruckus going on. Like there's a lot of noise anyway by now, because people are fairly quiet, but there's a lot of them. But it seems to be you're hearing someone who isn't as quiet from a distance, and then he like runs in, and a little bit later you all notice, and you see this this elf dressed in robes, pretty fancy robes, but like you're supposed to wear these in your house, not outside. Those kind of robes, yeah. You know him as Galathor. He's an elf.
We all know him.
Yeah, you do. Like you've all seen him at some point, because he's quite old. Like you would guess about 150.
Okay. In that case, I thought he was maybe the town's crazy.
And does he seem panicked at all?
Yeah, you see this crazy spark in his eyes, and yeah, you all like instinctively know that unrest is going to follow. And
Sweet, get closer.
Before he even speaks, as he's opening his mouth, there's two guards, including the sergeant right next to you. Like he was half asleep, but this happened, and suddenly he was like wide awake, and he also went towards him.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you jump to either of his sides, and he says, "This is murder, foul murderers! I am worth more than half of you, nay, all of you. You force me to die, I'll kill you all before that happens."
Mr. Galathor, it is an honor to go where you go. I can only dream of that when I get that age.
He's already like being restrained, so I assume you're also like taking him off, because he's like flailing wildly or attempting to. But yeah, his frail old body is no match for a firm grip. So you hold on to him, and he does calm down at some point. He does keep shouting for a little bit, and then he realizes there's nothing he can do here, and he resigns. But you do see a little bit of a smirk in him.
Sir, are you okay? Are you quiet now?
Just let me go.
We can't do that. You cause any more mayhem,
Then what? You're going to kill me?
I won't kill you. I think whatever happens at the calling is just an honor.
Yeah. You young people have no idea.
Yeah. Please remain quiet. If you need someone to talk to, I can be a listening ear and I can give some advice.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Damn it. 10.
10. So he seems to calm down for a little bit, and it's like, "Oh, are you going to take me out on a date, or are you going to let me go? You're not going to kill me now, then just let me go."
Sergeant.
He's like, "Come on," and he just starts basically dragging him towards an alley a bit further back, as he is just taken away essentially, and then released. Because what are you going to do, right?
Offer a drink.
Yeah, I mean, might as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Very well, people. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. You do see a bunch of people looking at him a little bit disturbed, because normally this goes fairly quietly. Like sometimes there's some crying of family, mostly the people themselves. The cult are usually quite calm under it, because they've had their time to prepare for this. They know it was coming.
Yeah, like 150 years.
Yeah, which is pretty good. So, you know, it's,
Usually.
yeah. Well.
Okay.
Well, there was one case of someone who
Yeah.
lived to be 151, but it was a human, so...
No, I mean, they're usually calm.
Yeah.
But this one wasn't.
No, definitely not, no. No. So, you still have a few more hours to kill. Do you just stay and enjoy the festivities, or anything else you want to
Can I
do?
go find that guy
Yeah, sure.
and offer him a drink? Because I completely agree with him.
No, sure, you can, yeah. So, yeah, you I guess follow them for a bit then. Like, it's not hard to do. You're not being super stealthy or dragging an elf. That's like, you know, it's hard to do stealthily because he doesn't want to be dragged. So yeah, you track them down. You find him. And then what do you do? So he's brushing off his robes. Let's go with robes.
Pajamas.
Master Galathor, one of the few chosen for today
Nah, what do you want?
to buy you a drink.
Give me
Ease
a
the pain of
diplomacy
going. 19?
19.
That's better.
Might as well. Just one, I have important matters to attend to. And
Then you might as
get
well
this-
have two and go out in a blaze.
Yeah, you get this feeling like, is he being sarcastic or does he actually still like want to finish work or something?
Yeah.
Right, so you
So we go have a drink and
you take him to a local inn or what do you do?
Yeah.
All right.
just
Do you sit outside or
Nearest
inside?
one.
Because it's quite cold outside, but you could sit outside. There's the festivities and such.
we'll sit outside and watch people go by.
All right. So yeah, he sits there in his robes, and you definitely see that he's like shivering a little bit, because it's the month of the Phoenix, which is the 11th month of the year, so it's like November. So sit outside basically.
Woohoo! Are people dancing outside?
So
Not yet, no.
Okay. You never
Would
know.
you prefer to go sit inside or?
Oh, it's all good.
Okay.
Pretty
so,
sure I won't get a cold tomorrow.
Yeah, there's that. So what's your poison for today? For the moment.
Let's go with a wine.
A wine it is. And I'll fetch 2 glasses of wine.
All right. Yeah. So you sit down with him, and he says, "Cheers,"
Cheers.
and chugs it down.
Good health.
Give me a diplomacy check.
That's so mean.
21.
He chuckles a bit, like, sure.
Wow.
And when we're done drinking, I tell him to go enjoy his own murder in a way that clearly states I completely agree with him that it is murder.
Give me another diplomacy
And
check.
necessary.
Let's see you convey that.
17.
All right. So
Pretty good.
he looks you in the eye for a little bit, and then he nods. All right. Yes, I will enjoy it. And so you say your goodbyes.
Mhm.
You're still in line,
Mhm.
or back to your line. Anything you guys want to do? Like Molly is basically following you around by now. She doesn't seem to have anyone else here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to pick up some dead wood and make a wood carving thing. Owl or something.
All right, give me a craft check.
Woo!
No. Wood.
Wood!
There we go.
16.
16. All right. Yeah. So have you done that before? Do you make stuff out of wood or?
I mean, at the camp we make practical things out of wood.
Yeah, I mean it's
So.
the same skill, right? And so
So, an owl, but it could look like a bear. I don't know.
oh no, it's an owl bear. Those are way scarier than either of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a combination where you don't end up in the middle. It's so much worse.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give it at the halfling to the halfling. Sorry.
All right. So she looks at it and let's see. Thanks. It's a bird, right?
An owl.
Oh no, yeah, of course. Those are birds. I meant that. Thanks. It's beautiful.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm not there anymore.
No.
So you left.
yeah, I went off looking for my mom.
All right.
Your mom?
Yeah, my
She's
mom.
there too. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I assume you can find your mom. She
Yes.
she would also be here.
Somewhere.
I
Yeah.
mean, at most it's 15 minutes walk, right? It's like
Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start telling her that I've been fated.
yes, doomed.
I've been fated to become
Yeah,
a star
same thing.
seeker.
Blast.
All right. Yeah. So she
Alright. Doomed.
there's definitely tears, and it's kind of hard to tell if they're yay happy tears or sad tears or maybe a little bit of both. Probably a little bit of both, but it's definitely a very big honor
Yeah.
in your community, and it's been a while since the last one.
long while, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, she is definitely very happy for. But it's mostly happy for. You kind of have to be happy about this, but it would have been better if it wasn't you, probably.
Yeah.
Same with the culling. Sort of.
Eh.
Yeah, it's an honor.
And a little more final.
Well,
Well,
you've never seen anyone return.
Maybe they found riches and happiness.
Yay!
Just like all puppies go to a big farm upstate.
They do. Shut up.
Okay, they do. Yeah.
Maybe they burned the bridge behind them and couldn't return.
So, later at dusk, or it's getting darker,
Yeah.
you all realize it's about time for the ceremony, and you head back to the lake.
With my water skin filled with moonshine. Definitely.
All right.
Yep.
It's gonna be a nice journey then. Right.
Yep.
Okay. You know how this happens. You've all seen it. Like this happens every year. There have been a few years where there was no culling, but because there was simply no one turning 150 that year. But this year there's 3. So there's the one dwarf, there's another elf, and there's Galathor, the elf you've just met and had some wine with. Let's just go with that. By now, a simple or 3 simple rafts have been constructed with the Y shape beam, and they're all tied to one of those rafts. And you see the flame, and he has ropes, and they're bright red with like flames on it, but not because it's cheesy as all hell, but because that's just what you do as the flame.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. There are 3 arrows
Nice.
planted, and there's a bucket of coals, or hot coals, burning coals, next to it. And these arrows, they all have like something on their tips, as you can see. And as the first raft gets set ablaze and they say their words, they always say, and the flame picks up bow and arrow, shoots, and hits, and the dwarf goes up in flames. And there's some tears, but mostly there's silence. This is what you do. And so you see the first dwarf drift off onto the ethereal falls, burning, screaming. Yeah, like there's silence, but not from the ones getting.
Don't they sedate them at least?
No.
Wow, cruel.
Yeah.
Aren't you lucky to not be a full elf?
Yeah. Wow.
And the second one, so the other elf, same thing, and he drifts off. And then there's Galathor, and I need you all to make me some perception checks.
Of course.
Because normal
22.
reasons. Alright.
Oh, the 2.
Aw.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Wow.
Wow.
7.
So, yeah, you wouldn't have seen this otherwise, but so you just see the same thing. There's the raft, and he screams a little. What you two both see, miraculously.
Sharp eyes.
Yeah.
Told you.
I can see through bad weather, so there we go.
Is that he seems to go quietly, other than right through the flames, just for the split second. You just see a grin from ear to ear, and he mouths something. So it's nothing audible, but you know what he says, and he says,
Oh.
"You will see. You will all see."
Ooh.
Okay, I can't read lips, but
No,
sure.
Like neither can I, but sometimes you can kind of make out what someone's saying.
You will flee. You will all flee.
And maybe, well, see and flee are really different, but yeah, okay. And as you you turn to look to each other, perhaps if anyone else saw that, you notice that there's someone standing between you, and it's the Wanderer, that guy again. And he says, "Peculiar, is it not?
Thought he would jump.
Perhaps it is just bad blood." And then he leaves again. And that's where we'll take a break.
Noise.
I really thought he would just go like, not me, hot, and then just jump.
We'll be back in 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere, or do, but return in 15 minutes, please.
Mhm.
Yay.
Yep.
Bam!
Hi.
Right, yes.
Yes?
Hello.
Yes? Okay, good.
Yes, we're back.
Hello.
Right, so we left at the ominous words of the Wanderer, telling you to, or that it was peculiar, and perhaps it is just bad blood. What do? So you stand there, and because Telmalaith and Bara, you saw this.
Yeah.
And Molly is like standing in between you, looking like, what?
Huh?
This last one, he didn't scream like the others, which was peculiar.
He had a message that was quite cryptic.
What was it?
Shit.
Well, to me, it appeared as if he was saying, "You will see, you will all see."
Yes.
Oh, that sounds great. Okay. Now
Yeah.
what?
Well,
We will see. We will all see.
And what did he say about bad blood? Did the elf say that too?
No. That was just the Wanderer being the Wanderer.
Well, you don't know the Wanderer like I do, guys. You wouldn't just show up to complain a bit. We gotta investigate. Something must be happening soon.
Well, where do you suggest we begin?
I don't know. Maybe he's testing us, but I don't know.
I'm interested.
it is intriguing, yes. But do you know of any other cases where someone who went through the culling, well, didn't really go through with it?
No, they died. That's kind of the point.
I understand, but
Like burn up in ashes and phoenix and But no, I don't know. Never seen it.
Interesting.
well, if he had something prepared, he certainly had a long time to prepare it.
I suppose.
It wouldn't make sense to look at the boat and the remnants for
I
clues.
don't think you could find them because they get smashed by a waterfall.
I think that,
Oh yeah, of course. That's where it goes. Yeah.
and so suppose that would be slightly disrespectful towards the Phoenix.
Well, sure. That is
One
true.
must have faith that the Phoenix's work is done properly.
If there's a clue, then we'll find it.
I mean, he looks
Another
dead
way.
from a distance.
But he sounds
Yeah.
like he had something planned.
Well, we met the man earlier today and he seemed distraught. Maybe that's what he was. There's really no way to find out until, well,
Until it's too late.
until it reveals itself.
Alright, folks, let's leave the place. Let the family pay their final respects and farewells. Let's move along. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, so as the rafts one by one clash into the massive waterfall, that signifies the end of the ceremony, and people leave pretty quickly afterwards. Except, yeah, some family members do stay behind. So you see a few dwarves and a few elves, and that's about it.
I will
And
walk up to them. The guardian will protect them.
And there's some sobbing, but they seem to be like resigning in the fact, so they just nod and say, thank you.
Alright, folks.
Would you mind paying a visit to his house? He seemed to be out on the streets in unconventional clothing.
Whose house?
The one who has just perished.
Galathor, I think it was.
Show some respect for his place and his belongings.
think at this point
Play.
I'll rejoin them from the back of the crowd.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna get this party thing started, or why are you all happening to be here at the same point?
Well, I believe the entire Broken Star was at this point.
Yeah, but I wasn't standing next to you guys. What made you guys stand next to each other?
Coincidence, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
The-
that's easy.
The Wanderer.
You saw him again.
Yes. But
Oh.
with what reason, we do not know. He mentioned bad blood.
Really?
And Molly
Whose
says,
blood?
it must be something. I don't know. We should figure it out. And she starts stressing and just pacing up and down.
Yeah, we should figure it out.
Yes.
Do you
What are we figuring out?
do you speak to the Wanderer at all, Miss Molly?
Well, I mean, technically, I guess, but like from a distance where he can't hear me and he doesn't respond.
Right. Well, I suppose
A little starstruck.
if any of us had, well, any chance of learning what the Wanderer meant with his words, it might be you.
Oh no. She just starts pacing a bit more quickly now. I don't know. He must be testing us, but I used to be so good at tests.
Yeah, but real life is different, isn't it?
I don't like it.
Is there a way to reach the waterfalls, like on overland?
Not really. You'd have to
No.
go through the woods. So you could do it, but there's woods and then some cliffs, and so you'd have to go pretty far out, like farther than the safe-ish zone would be.
Yeah. Well,
Why would you want to go to the waterfalls?
we have a feeling that the last person being culled.
Galathor.
Yes, that there was something off about his culling.
Yeah. He said something about having business to attend to when I went to have a drink with him.
I don't suppose you know what kind of business.
Well, I kind of assumed he meant this, but there was something like, yeah, but maybe to it.
He didn't strike me as the humorous type.
Not very.
I still think we have to look for where he came from instead of where he went.
Want to go check out his house? Do you know where he lived?
You might as well. We've time to kill, I believe.
Give me a society check. Alright, everyone can roll that if you want.
21.
I don't actually have it.
It's fine.
21.
14.
14.
I also have underworld lore if that helps.
Yeah,
Knowing
sure.
where rich people live.
7.
I have 21.
Alright, yeah, so Bodin and Nakai, you both know this. For like different reasons, but yeah, he was a fairly wealthy man, and he had a mansion, which was up in, let me check where that was. It's in on the Ashbourne Plateau, actually.
Really?
So it's like the fancier part of town.
Full of magic items, of course.
Not necessarily,
Oh.
but yeah, no, he's a fairly well-known figure. Sometimes a little bit odd.
Yeah, but they always are.
He dabbled in like some magics, and more people do that. That's fine, but he sometimes showed that off a bit too much.
Was he alone, or did he have any notable family who might have lived in his home?
Bodin can tell you that no, he had a wife, but his wife died 20 years or so ago, which still put her at like close to 130 years old, so it isn't like premature, but it's a long time to live alone, I suppose.
Alright, so
Let's go check it out.
I
Come
will.
along, Molly. We'll
I'll
go get some real world action.
I'll escort you to his house. No funny businesses.
Well,
I hope that's clear. We have to pay respect to the man.
I fully agree with you, but if something is wrong, an investigation might, well, prevent greater disaster.
Like I said, I'll escort you, but no funny business.
I understand.
Let's have a look.
Great. No funny businesses.
Yeah, what?
Alright, I
Just
will
walking along.
bring them to Garthor's house.
Alright. So you move all the way from the southwestern point to the northern
north
point?
point. So we're gonna be
Sure.
about 2 hours walking.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, it's quite a trek, yeah.
But I mean, he ran all that way with a
his
nightgown.
nightgown,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 150 years to train this.
Fair enough.
He had some time to get there, yeah.
Marathon runner.
Yeah. So he wasn't stopped earlier, but you know most people are here anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you head that way, and it's quite a trek, and you see Molly just getting more and more nervous along the way. She's like, skill and luck, right? And yeah,
And faith.
right, faith. Yeah, no, I have that.
We have to be one unit. One will eventually go out there.
How
If-
would you do that?
Stay close. Communicate very directly and very clearly.
Okay, I'll
And-
try.
We all should keep our words. And if we do that, then it will be fine.
Okay. And you notice that like she's not carrying any weapons of sorts. I mean, for now you're going to a mansion, so you know you'll be fine. So it takes a while until you get there, and you reach the place, and it's quite a large building. It's actually one of the newer buildings. So this is like human or elven architecture, I suppose. There's not really a distinction anymore in Broken Star. It's either old or it's new, but the new is just all like mashed together. But it looks pretty nice here, as most of Ashbourne Plateau does. This part of town is like it was partially destroyed, but has been rebuilt. Sometimes restored to the old architecture, but most of the time just new buildings altogether. But it meshes quite well with the rest of the surroundings. So you see this pretty massive mansion, and there's a fence around it, and a simple iron gate.
How high is the fence?
Very scalable. It's mostly decorative, it seems.
Right.
So it's like probably 3 feet high or so.
Is
So
the
unless
gate
you're a
locked?
gnome. It's
Ooh,
closed.
really high
Can
for.
Yay!
Yay!
We're back.
You can hear us again.
So,
I am very sorry.
What was the last thing that you had heard? I think that's the best question too.
Right. Let's just recap what happened after the break.
Yes.
Yeah. I
So,
think that's it.
Molly was all like, this wanderer dude said something, and he didn't just say it to annoy you. So maybe there's something there, and you eventually reach consensus. Yeah, we should probably try and figure it out, but we can't find his remains because they're like in the massive waterfall. And
So we're gonna break into his house.
well, you were heading to the house, the large mansion up on Ashbourne Plateau, and you were figuring out a way to get inside. You saw that there were windows you could climb through, or you know, a door. There's a door. You're inside the fence already. You knocked on the door. No one there. There's no light. I think that's about it. Go.
Can I try the door?
Okay.
Does it open?
Nope. It seems closed or locked.
Locked.
So yeah, you try and open it, but it seems locked.
Do you want to find the window or a back door?
We could have a look.
Okay, good.
Alright. So yeah, you
I
make
walk
your
off
way around
humming
there.
a little bit to myself, which
I'll
seems
walk
odd, but
with
okay.
her.
Alright. So yeah,
And
you
we'll find the back
you
door, I
do,
guess.
yeah, you do definitely find the back door. It also seems like quite a sturdy door though, and it's closed.
I'll try the door.
Yeah, it's
Knock,
locked. Yeah, you knock, you wait for a bit, but no
Is
response.
anyone there?
No response. You feel like if anyone would be there, they're not answering at least.
I hate to say this, but you look like someone who can open this door.
You know I can. Come on. I'll pick the lock.
That's very cocky before you even rolled.
Yeah, but
Give me a thievery check to force
considering-
this.
yeah, considering our history, he knows damn well I can pick a lock.
Yeah, well, let's see it.
I prefer to say
I roll a natural 1, so I break the door.
don't cheer
No, you
too
break the
soon.
lockpick.
Well,
So as you're trying to pick the lock, this pick has been a bit corroded, I suppose. So you break it a bit more easily, and it's now stuck in the lock.
drat.
So that is not a good thing.
Let's find a window. And try again.
All right. So yeah, there in the back there are some windows, but they're a bit higher up. And the front you saw 2 windows right next to on either side of the door.
What kind of windows were these? Could they be opened from the inside or the outside?
Yeah. So there's shutters, but they're actually open right now.
Yeah.
And there's just a simple glass pane. So well, it could be opened once, I suppose. They're not windows that open.
Can't you
Right.
lockpick
Multiple
windows?
Not if they don't have any mechanism.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you could lockpick
Okay, yeah.
it by doing like, none. That would do it. Has no double glass, so
Yeah, let's do that, but to a
You
window
can
on the
see
back
that.
side of the house.
yeah. So then you'd have to climb up a little bit.
Like
Huh?
how high are they?
It's 1 story up, so it's not that
I mean,
high.
let's not break into someone's house in plain view of the street.
Accompanied by a guardsman.
It's a
Oh,
little
yeah, him.
peculiar, but
No.
yeah.
Unless, of course,
Maybe he's scared to
the
hurt
guard
her
would make this his investigation and you his, associate.
Well, in that case, I can try to pick the front door.
Does this building have a balcony?
Yeah?
But
I got permission!
But-
Okay, we're picking the front door lock.
but you're not going out of my sight.
Try to keep up.
All right.
Oh, this isn't.
Let's try this again. Please don't roll a 1.
Well, that's gone.
Bowie's oncoming.
Better, 26.
26. So it does take you some time. So if there was anyone passing by right now, they would definitely notice.
And ask questions.
You do hear some people in the distance, like people returning home, but they're not in range of you yet. And as you hear them approaching, you eventually click, and you manage to open the lock.
And I quickly slip inside.
All right.
Well, great.
Almost closing the door behind me, forgetting I actually have associates
I'll
now.
put my foot between the door and the frame.
Yeah, I get it.
Because I know
Well, come on then.
how you work like that. It's alright, folks. I yelled it to the oncoming people.
Yeah, some, huh? Like they hadn't really
Hadn't
noticed
noticed
you
anything
yet.
yet.
I know. I have to be transparent.
All right. So you head
They
inside.
don't notice, you don't need to tell them.
I
Yep.
do.
You have dark vision, right?
I have dark vision.
Yeah. So,
But what I also have, but not with me.
Pip.
I have a bullseye lantern,
right.
but I
So-
don't have it with me.
Anyone has low light vision, perchance?
Low light vision,
I have
yes.
torches.
No.
Yeah, I mean you could always light a torch, of course. But even with low light, you can definitely see something inside because there seems to be some light coming from another room at least. But here in the as you get into the hallway, it seems dark. There is some stuff lying on the floor. It's kind of hard to tell without lighting a torch.
I'd like to, right at the entrance while the door is still open and some light from outside might
Mhm.
shine in, I'd like to see if there's any candles or some such mounted on the walls.
Yeah, there are. There's some sconces you could light. Yeah.
Alright? I would like to try to light one of the candles or the sconce with my flint and steel. And if it lights up, see if I can take it from the wall.
Yeah, I mean, you've survived out in the woods for a long time. You can, I can assume you can make light, you can make fire. So yeah, you do that, and it lights up a bit. And now with some light, you see this checkered floor, and the walls have this kind of like decadent tiling on it. It's a pretty fancy house. But you also see there's a bunch of stuff on the floor, like a couple vases have been knocked over. Someone was pretty careless here.
Right. From the way the vases have been knocked over, I would like to try to discern a location from which the movement came from.
All right, give me survival or perception. Which one's higher?
Perception's higher. Nat 20.
Nat 20. So okay, you go like full blood spatter analyst on this.
Yeah, multi-class investigator.
Yeah, you become Dexter, and
Wow.
you take a moment and you just walk through it, and you discern that this was only one person,
Mhm.
but he was like stumbling across or maybe bumping into something, and it definitely came from a room up ahead because there's a door that is also ajar, and you feel like no, it came from there.
All right, I will tell this to my associates.
Sorry.
That one is
No,
Movement seems to
the
have
door
come
that's
from-
ajar.
The room over there. So, suppose if we're
Yeah.
investigating, that might be our first clue.
So in the dark, I instinctively try to take your hand and then decide, oh, no, wait, no.
I'll grab it. Alright, let's go to that room. I'll be in front. If they see someone entering, it's best to be a guardsman.
Alright.
I'll go to that room.
I follow.
So yeah, you proceed. Yeah, so the door is ajar, so it's open slightly.
I will still knock.
Yeah, again,
Polite.
no
So
response.
polite.
Aye. Alright. Go from this place. Alright. We'll enter.
Right, so you enter and you end up in a kitchen. But it also has like a small dining table in it. And on that
Is there any
table
food?
you see... there's no food, no.
Yeah.
On this table you see, with little light and your dark vision of course.
In black and white.
Sure. So you see a bunch of like crumbled up papers and stuff and a quill, I think.
It seems the lad had written something down.
You bring a candle?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we try to read it?
So you take some of the papers and you
Unfold them.
Yeah, unfold them, and you find a bunch of like crossed out words, and then something written underneath it, and then parts crossed out again. And the final thing you see is you will see, you will all see. And all of those things that are crossed out, if you take a bit closer look, have like exclamation marks at the end and stuff. It's like he was practicing.
He was practicing his final words.
Seems like it. You know, they have a long time.
Wow.
I'm still standing near the exit at this
Okay.
point.
Entrance.
Keeping a draft going, like I like the wind and such. So yeah.
That's taking it very literally. So Molly is kind of pacing between you and you guys because she's not really sure what to do here.
Yeah, I can't see in the dark, but there's a light up ahead. I know
Yeah,
where they
so-
are, so...
There's light now, so you know that's.
Is there anything else out of the ordinary except from the scribbled papers?
No, it seems pretty fine here, but something like leading up to another room up ahead, you
Mhm.
do see some like tracks on the floor, or tracks marks, like some dirt, knocked over stuff.
Yeah, I would like to follow those.
All right. Yeah, so you continue on through that door, and the Bodum knocks again. There's no
Alright.
response.
Yes.
Of course.
I'm just assuming here. So you continue on, and you go through a series of rooms. Like, but the rooms are fairly small. It's like there's a guest room. There's some sort of a living room, but then you end up in what seems to be a study, and that's where you trace the rummage coming from. So this is where you see that it's almost completely knocked over. There was a desk here, but now it's on the floor. One of the legs of the desk is completely broken off. You see some ink smeared across the walls, and there's like a bunch of books, like some of them open, like with covers like that. It's a mess. Someone made a mess here.
I'd like to try one of the intact legs of the table to see how sturdy they are.
All right, give me a craft check.
Ooh.
Or I guess you could do athletics, but then there's a risk of breaking.
Yeah, it's not the intention to break it, just see how easily they might break.
Yeah, so you wouldn't mind it breaking.
No.
Okay, so you can do athletics then.
Yeah, dirty 20.
All right. So yeah, you try, and it eventually does break, but it does take quite some force.
Well,
So-
I won't continue until it breaks.
Yeah. So you hear a little bit of it starts to snap a
Yeah.
little bit, and then you stop.
What?
Must have been quite some force to break this leg of the table.
Don't destroy anything.
I'm not, I'm just gathering clues.
Can I
Alright.
start looking through drawers and books and
Molly,
seeing if I find anything interesting to keep
To keep.
without
alright.
telling him.
What are you looking for?
Basically coins.
Alright, give me a perception check.
I'm keeping an eye on you. Molly,
Yeah.
I have a job for you to do.
Alright.
18.
Mr. Talamleth, where is he?
Oh, he's
At the door.
tell him.
Being the wind.
Oh, he's at the door.
Your job then is to get him here. And
Okay.
close the door.
And please bring
Alright.
another of these sconces.
That would
okay,
help.
I'll try. So in the meantime, you're just like opening drawers and stuff.
Looking
you-
around.
yeah, you do find a couple of gold coins in.
Oi!
Yay.
Yeah. Kaya, what did I say to you?
What?
I'm not blind.
I never said you were. I
What?
know you can probably see better than
Yeah,
me.
so put them back.
Put what back? Hey, I'm looking for clues.
No, you're not looking for clues. What you are doing is stealing from people who are dead. That's so insulting.
Yeah, but they're not gonna use it anymore.
No, but their family will.
Does he have family though?
I don't care, this is not your belongings. You still have something that I know you have. That's not yours.
Well, it is now.
Put the coins back.
Blah blah blah.
Thank you.
I'll walk off.
Only
So-
a few.
So Molly
Yeah.
walks up to you.
Can I
and,
put like half the coins back? Did you notice?
Yeah,
I
give me
would
a
check
thievery
this.
check.
You don't know how much I found yet.
I heard.
Wait, is it deception or
inkling.
thievery?
Yeah,
I think
but-
it's thievery, right?
I think so,
'cause
yeah.
Let's say thievery. So against your perception DC then.
So I have a pickpocket feat. Does that help?
I don't know, does it?
I'm not actually picking his pocket, so
No.
Doubt it.
I roll deception against.
Yes.
Yeah, I roll a
That's-
5, so
it's-
that's not a lot.
I have.
So that would be 15.
I have 15 perception.
That would be
10 plus
exactly enough.
10 plus 5.
Yeah. So what did you get?
I got the 15.
You got the 15.
Yeah.
So your pickpocket actually helps because that means you can steal or palm an object that's closely guarded, like such as in a pocket. But I will call this closely guarded because you're looking at her. But yeah, no,
Fair
you without taking the -5 penalty, so you don't take that.
Yay.
That's something.
You can't steal objects that would be extremely noticeable, or time-consuming to remove, like
Yeah.
worn shoes. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
I'm not trying to steal his shoes.
Or
I'm just
in
trying to
combat, yeah, okay. No,
Steal
so
some coins, of which he doesn't exactly know how many there are anyway.
yeah, so you found 3 coins, so yeah, you can like put an amount of that back, and yeah, no, he didn't notice.
Yay.
Thank you.
So Molly is looking at you, and you see that she's like pausing and thinking for the first time in a while. It seems. I think. Bowden, he wants you there.
No, it's dark here, right?
Yeah. Well, no. Wait, what? Outside or inside?
At the door.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, there's some light coming from outside, but
Okay, you can still see my ice blue eyes.
Yeah.
It's creepy,
It's just
bro.
yeah, they
all right.
reflect the little bit of light there is.
Bro.
But yeah, I stare back, just without anything of a response.
Bowden. She's still like looking at you.
He's being creepy.
Hi.
He's not coming.
You have a way around people. I don't like that. Get him in.
You don't? Okay. So I'll walk back to Salamnath.
Yeah, you're basically swapping places with Molly because she's
Mhm.
she's not having any of that.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
In the meanwhile, I would I mean, he's got bookcases and stuff, right? I would just be checking his bookcases, see which books have the most dust on them, which have the least dust on them,
All right.
and see what kind of books may have been used most
So
recently.
you're actually going inspector
Yeah.
mode.
magnifying glass.
Okay.
Someone has to, right? So,
Yeah, because we're just.
Lollygag.
I mean, you do you. But
Yeah, and
some of the books that have the least dust are the ones on the floor.
Makes sense.
So those. Other than that, yeah, he has like plenty of bookcases. This is his study, and it's pretty large. And yeah, the walls are just lined with bookcases. They're on a number of subjects, and you get this feeling that you know, the thing humans have. They like to just impress people with their stuff, and there's a bunch of books that you know for a fact are too boring for anyone to enjoy, like anyone. But yeah, this guy seemed like he knew a thing or two. There's a bunch of books on magic as well, but like the various kinds of magic.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem like he was focused on one part in particular. That's for the books in the bookcases.
Right. And the books that have been strewn across the floor.
Yeah, there's a few that are on some specific magics, and I mean, you know, it's got to be there. There's this book on necromancy that just looks like, yeah, this has been read quite a bit.
Yeah.
But there's also one book that isn't actually a book; it's a journal that's on the floor, and it's
Good.
mostly empty. But it was actually titled. So it may not have been his diary that he wrote in as a little girl, but instead something that he was actually working on.
Uh-huh.
Do you speak Elven?
I do not.
Okay. It says some weird stuff
Yeah. I'll
on the cover.
I'll
It's
just-
just like weird markings.
I'll just flip through the book, and I guess as soon as I see his handwriting, which is in Elven,
Yeah.
I'll just keep it apart. Someone who might read Elven.
All right. So
Uh,
as you
and-
flip through
yeah.
it,
Yeah.
you do see some pictures, and they're pretty gruesome, some of them. But you also see a picture of a. Give me a nature check, please.
13.
All right. Yeah, like a deer or a stag, or like it seems pretty big. You see a picture of that.
Right? Might it be a reference to the world?
It doesn't. Well,
I mean, because the world is often depicted as a stag's head.
yeah, true. It could be. It looks a bit different though, and it's in color. So most of it is just inked with black ink.
Yeah.
But the eyes are completely red, and there's like red markings across the body of the stag as well, and that's something new at least. So
Yeah.
it might be a reference to it, but not in the same way you've seen it.
Okay. Well, I'll keep the journal
Alright.
apart as well as the book on necromancy. And I'd like to inspect the rest of his house, specifically the floor. See
Alright.
if he has any conspicuous rugs, whether the floor may sound hollow in some places. See if he has any,
Drawings.
like
Oh.
hidden places.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
13.
All right. So it takes a while because it's a big house, but you're starting in the study, I assume, because that's
Yeah.
where you are. Yeah. So you start looking for stuff. Anything else the rest wants to do? So yeah, you
Well,
you
I'm
had
Oh,
to.
I'll
Going to go pick up him, so.
I will also. I'll actually give the books to Bodin because I know he'll safeguard them.
Fair.
And it's his investigation now.
Thank you, Hunter. What do I call you, Hunter or Bara? What do you prefer?
It's all the same to me.
Alright. What do you think happened over here? I see you looking. I'm not sure what for, but...
I'm not sure, but well, this book on necromancy seems suspicious, considering he was about to die. And well,
Why?
there's a depiction of a stag in this little book, which seems a little, it has a bit of a malicious feeling to it, but I can't read any of it.
Looks very obvious. I get it.
Maybe someone speaks whatever language this is. We might learn a bit more.
Very dark indeed, yeah.
You'll recognize it as Elven. It's pretty.
Oh, I will?
Yeah, Elven is pretty obvious, but
All right.
like you can't read it. But and I assume you can read it either. This
No,
this
is not.
on average 10-inch party. It's yeah.
No.
All right. Yeah, so you just see weird markings that you know are Elven, but that's it. Right. So you two.
Hey, Blue Eyes.
Right. I was looking outside and then turn back inside.
So, really digging the creepy eyes vibe there. Wanna come along?
You're doing just fine.
Yeah, but apparently we should all stay together, and leaving the front door gaping wide open is not a good idea if you're in a house where people shouldn't be. So, come on.
But then they know we're here. Which is a good thing if things go wrong.
What would go wrong? It's an empty house. Just close the damn door.
Sure. Ik stap naar buiten.
Ah!
I step outside, close the door.
Yeah, okay.
Before you close it, I stop you. Oh my gosh. You're not the brightest one, are you? Come on!
Not a big fan of confined spaces.
It's a really big confined space. We can open a window back there.
I cannot feel the wind. Yes. But that does not work.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Can't you like wave your cloak about a bit?
No.
No. We'll open the back door as soon as we get to it. And we'll close this front door right now.
How about I close this door and walk around?
Yeah, but Bodin actually has a good point, don't tell him I said that, about keeping together.
He's taking it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't hear it, but
Yeah, no.
so say it's okay.
He'll hear any compliment about him wherever on the world.
Whatever character he's playing.
Solomon was a great guy.
Said
course.
no one ever.
Well, I complimented
Thank you.
Basit on it,
Yeah.
earlier today.
Right.
At any rate.
Alright.
I step in, close the door behind me.
Yay!
Wow, such progress.
I take your hand and take you along with me.
Yeah, it's gonna be slow.
Speaking of slow, so
Sorry.
Lara, you were examining the floor for any markings, anything that seems suspicious,
Yeah.
and the study is quite large, and you're just going about it like you start in one corner and go through it. You check under some rocks, and it takes a while, but eventually you do actually find something, like a hatch under a rock, like how very typical.
Yay.
Master Stonebreaker,
Yeah,
there's a hatch hidden here. Might be worth investigating.
I agree, but
Are
I
we there
think
yet?
we need all for just to be around for something happening.
Of course.
If what you guys believe is something planned, you never know what's down there.
This is true. Most of us have come armed and capable, I hope.
Right. Molly, I think it's
Mhm.
best for you to stay a little bit in the back.
Alright. You say so.
You don't look like the type of girl who wears a shield or armor.
And she like very slowly walks up to you, and
She has a tower shield.
no, and then she just very quickly like assumes a pose, like, and she gives you a slap, but you don't even see it move. Suddenly you're slapped in the face.
I respect.
And she grins a little. Like,
Well, welcome to the front line.
all right,
Stay safe though.
I'll try.
Nice.
I
Are we
slightly
there yet?
rub my cheek.
Yeah, it didn't really go, like it was a slap, like I can do this, you know. It wasn't like smacking you in the
No,
face.
but it was like a nice
Yeah.
control in the
fe-
punch. That's good.
Feels good. Okay.
So
Yes.
we walk into you rubbing your face and her standing there going, "Wah!"
Making friends wherever he goes.
Yes.
So I snigger and then go, mm-hmm.
Right. So
An owl. That's what you represent now.
what? I don't think that. Okay.
No, right?
What?
Oh, it's just like,
Yeah, whatever.
whoa! I'm like, aha, wings, owl.
That would be ooh,
No.
an owl.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Wait for the gang to gather.
Yeah, everybody's here.
Of course,
You knock on the
you
hatch.
go knocking.
So, you find anything?
Give me a perception check.
How long have you been
You
here?
blow up.
Looking
What?
for stuff?
Well,
8.
been looking around
I roll
for a bit.
low.
We found this hatch,
So,
which seems mysterious because it's hidden under a rug.
Guys, silent. I can't hear anything.
Wow, that is the...
Sorry.
so there was this this checkered floor in the hallway, but now you get to the study and you find this this hard wooden floor. It does creak a little bit though. It's old. As you knock on the wooden hatch, the hatch isn't very big. Like you probably wouldn't be able to fit through it, so it doesn't seem like there's an entire basement underneath, but there's something. And as you knock on it, can you all give me perception checks, please?
Okay,
Roll initiative.
fair enough.
23.
No.
Wow.
14.
15.
All right. So only you hear something like wrinkle. It sounds like glass or something. For the rest, it's just like knocking on.
Yeah, I assume I'm within arm's reach of Bowden. So I'll put my hand on his shoulder, or my claw.
Yes.
That
Don't
was-
startle me, please.
That was a wrinkle.
A wrinkle?
Wrinkle.
Of what?
Point?
Sounded like glass.
Where?
Underneath the hatch, I think.
I didn't hear a damn thing.
Well,
What?
it might be best to be on our guard. We don't know what's down there.
No, I can do that.
Okay.
Test if we can slowly open it.
Are you still holding those books?
I'm still holding those books under my arm.
He finally took up reading.
Can you give me a perception check? If you're looking at the books.
19.
So you definitely see like there's only parts of it you can see. Most of it is covered under your armor.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely see some elven scribbles and such. But it's hard to tell what it says. You just
Yoink.
recognize the letters.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Well, nice.
Look on out for a...
So yeah, you lift the hatch and it creaks like very loudly, and then you open it and you see that inside the hatch it's only like yay deep, but there's a crate in it, and the crate is filled with bottles, glass bottles or vials,
What?
and most of them are empty.
Do I see black or white liquid in those that are not empty? Because I see
Oh.
them black and white in the
Right.
dark.
But it's not dark anymore
Ah,
because there are
because
candles.
We have
I've got a
candles?
Fair enough.
light.
Otherwise black. Because yeah, there's the red hue of
Blood.
good wine
Good.
or blood.
Good wine or blood.
Let's just go
It
with
doesn't
good
smell
wine.
like wine.
So, how many of
hell?
them are still full? Or filled?
Only a few. So most of them are
Back.
completely empty. So there's like 6 or 7 that are filled.
So this is wine.
Or blood or ink, maybe?
I'm stuck.
Uh oh.
We have a
Good.
There we go.
dark situation.
Yeah, I stepped over the wire.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll try to slowly pick out one of the filled vials.
All right.
Alright.
Hmm.
Any idea what this might be?
Open it.
Well, give it a twirl, see what kind of substance it is.
I would like to move towards the exit.
Liquid or slightly more viscous?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely liquid.
Yes, but wine liquid or slightly more viscous?
Tell him light.
Give me a medicine check, I guess, because you're trying to discern if this is blood, right?
Yes. So that would be 21.
All right. I mean, you've seen some blood in your day.
Yes.
This kind of looks like it.
I am still here.
Drink it.
I'm not drinking anything.
Good.
Not on duty.
I think this, along with the books, might be some good evidence for whatever we're investigating.
Can't you read Elven or something like that?
So Molly just
Do I
stands
look
there
like I
with
can't read Elven?
eyes wide open. She says, yeah, bad blood, right?
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Oh, no. I'll keep it in my hand so it doesn't go into bad hands.
Of course.
I'll just let that slide and try to read the book. because yes,
Yeah.
of course I read Elven.
What
Right.
does it say?
So yeah, you take a look at the book,
Mhm.
and yeah, it has a title. It's called Sanguination and Exsanguination: Galathor's Eternal Will.
Nice.
Sweet.
So do you flip through it, or do you try to read?
Yeah, try to read it.
Right.
Let's just start at the beginning and then the end, and then maybe if we have time, we'll work on the middle part.
Yeah. So you take a few minutes to read something, to pick out some things, read through the book, and you don't get all the details, but it definitely speaks of putting his soul into his blood, and then transferring all of that into a corpse, a large vessel,
Sweet.
Damn.
larger than himself.
Of course.
Yes, the royal stag.
Have I ever
Sweet.
heard of something called the Royal Stag?
Does she tell us?
Right. Do you tell any of this?
So that may very well be his blood.
Or what?
The title is Sanguination and Exsanguination: Galathor's Eternal Will.
So
I don't get it.
in common speak.
He drained his blood and is doing some funky stuff with it.
You may want to try
Peculiar.
to avoid
Yes.
death. Cheating it.
That's probably what the Eternal bit's about.
Um,
Anybody know what a royal stag is?
do I know what a Royal Stag is?
There you go. Give me a nature check.
I'll try as well.
No.
23.
19?
14.
All right. So yeah, you all know what a royal stag is. It is in fact the mascot of the world aspect, and they're fairly common around Camp Elonia. It's kind of hard to tell which one was first, but you know that's
The camp
Yeah.
or the stag? Well,
that's where you'd find them. Yeah, yeah, and the two of you have definitely seen them around, but they're like large. They're big. They're called royal for a reason.
Dire stags.
Mr. Sakaya, there's
mhm.
a drawing of a stag's head in that
Yeah.
creepy book.
Not just the head, like the
Right.
The entire
stag.
body with
Are there any details on what he means to do with this blood in the stag?
well, yes. Flip, flip, flip.
So yeah, it would take you some more time to read.
To actually
through
read
some
the
of
bit
details.
around the
Yeah.
creepy stag.
So by now you've been in this house for about an hour or so. With all the looking through
Yeah.
stuff.
you want to do this here, or do you want to get going? Because this is about the maximum time you can be in a house without being, well, conspicuous.
No, we're not taking anything out of this house.
Right. So we'll be here for a while.
Well, I suppose we'll be staying here for a while.
I'm resisting to urge to just chuck the book out the window. And see, there you go. No, we'll just read the creepy book somewhere. In a house where we shouldn't actually be.
All right. Can you give me a religion check?
Yes, I can. I don't think it'll help because it's 6.
6. So
Six.
you find it a little hard. Like you understand Elven. Like I can read English. That doesn't mean I can read anything. There's a bit of jargon here and there. Yeah.
Terminology is
There's
tricky.
some stuff you don't quite manage to find out about, but it definitely speaks about literally transferring his blood into this stag one way or another, and it says something about midnight. And that's about as much as you can.
Yeah, okay,
And-
so something midnight, and he wants to literally put his blood into one of the royal stags.
What time would it be at this moment?
Yeah, I don't think any of you have like an actual watch,
No.
but the ceremony was at like 7, well 6-ish, because it's like November,
Mhm.
right? So you would still have a few hours at least.
Right.
Okay.
It would be
Alright.
about 10.
Can I just read out the words? Maybe they mean anything to someone else?
I don't get them. I can promise you that I don't
Maybe you could
understand anything. of
translate
that.
whatever words you find.
Yeah, translate the elven words to common.
All right, yeah, still is very difficult,
Ish.
but okay. Can you the rest of you give me a religion check then?
I don't have it trained.
5.
16.
All right.
But I roll a natural 20.
Okay.
That's
So-
cheating, right?
It kind of is. So you don't have a train, so you know I will take that into account.
Trained.
Yeah,
Thanks.
clearly. So you take a moment to read out loud, to translate what the words say, and they do sort of make sense to you, but it's very much a part of the religion that you wouldn't want to know. It's the necromantic side. So
Necromantic
way-
side of the stranger, or necromancy in general?
yeah, well that's the thing with the aspects. They're so broad that you could use them and interpret them any way you want. There's definitely some world aspect going on here. Like that just makes sense. This ritual, this has already happened, is what you infer from this. The blood has been transferred.
I want to check the empty vials if I see any remnants of old blood.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd like to say that in case they don't know that.
Right.
Right.
So
So-
it has happened. The putting the blood in the stack, but you feel like but there must be a step 2, and that isn't detailed in the book, or you don't get that from it.
Might
And
be
there
in the
must be
book
a
about-
stag.
It might be in the book on necromancy. If this is a necromantic ritual.
That could be. Don't ask me to read it.
I'm not. I'm just stating it out loud.
Right. Well, what we
I'll
do
read
know
it.
is that he had put his blood in some royal stack. In that case, I don't know what it does.
Well, no, but
Well, if he put his soul in his blood and his blood in a royal stag, then he is now a royal stag.
well, it's not midnight yet.
There must
Maybe
be a
we
royal.
should go find the stag that's been,
Yes.
well, hurt.
I don't know what he did, but I don't think it's according to the law. So, best to stop it.
Necromancy, according to the law.
Can I try to
Frowned
read?
upon. Yeah.
Can I read the necromancy book? See if there's anything in it about soul transfers.
So
My God, I needed.
Don't get any
campaign.
funny ideas of this.
Not me.
so
Previous character.
the journal was kind of hard to read. The necromancy book you could try, but it would take hours for you to actually make something out of that, because it's stuff you know nothing about. You shouldn't know anything about it. That's good.
I have occultism and religion trained, so.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend maybe a minute on it and then get bored.
Well, I suppose at this point our only lead would be to find the stag.
Yes. Hasn't he left any meaningful notes otherwise?
No, just well, practicing his last words.
Last, Molly says.
God.
Well, I'm not sure if the stag would gain the opportunity or the possibility of speech.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Well, I've never seen a stag drink human blood either, so.
All right.
So, is somewhere in the dead of night a good time to go find deer?
If, well, many of them would take to resting, but they are still active at this time of day.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, there's one
Wave a
nearby.
hunting
Also still active.
I think if this is about to transpire at midnight, then, well, you might as well hurry if we're to find this specific stag.
Yes.
Right. Normally I would advise against going into the woods during these nights. I don't know how they are. But for now I think
Must
these
be.
are urgent matters.
You must have left a trail somehow.
Likely.
Shouldn't be too hard
Wait,
to
is there
find.
like a shed or something around back? Where
Yes,
you could
a
keep a stag?
huge stag.
No.
Huh.
Oh, that's not gonna go well. Wait, no, it isn't. No, it is. It's fine. We're
Okay.
fine. We're okay. We're clear.
Mm. Danger has passed.
So many cables here. Wait, do we still have audio? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise they will say it.
Okay, good.
Alright,
So,
you're a good dog.
Right. So stag hunting it is.
Right.
into
Yeah.
the woods we go.
Maybe it's a good idea if I get my lantern. You know,
Yeah.
the one that we used also back in the day.
Yes, but I do
Cool.
believe there is little time to waste. Master Stonebreaker.
That's true. How far do I estimate this place is from me home? Me mother's home.
Right. Which was exactly in Verdant Rise, right?
Yeah.
Which would be on your way to Campalonia.
Oh, that's a good thing. So,
Ish.
alright.
Yeah, but are we really going to the camp?
I know, like that's where you know they have
Where
been.
many
Yeah,
stairs
okay, but
are.
I imagine there would be a trail nearby.
Alright, so if we go
Right.
that way, then we can.
I
So
mean,
do you want to try and find the trail?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm not actually a tracker, so I
No, but we have a tracker with us.
True.
So
We have
give me a
this.
survival check.
We have
Yeah.
all different skills. We can all put into use.
Which direction would
Yeah.
my second home be in?
General direction.
not today, my friend.
I didn't say general
I
direction.
know, but I made it.
11.
Okay.
11. So you feel like you would probably find stag trails here if they had been here.
Mhm.
You can find those. You definitely do find the track of Galathor himself because
Uh-huh.
he ran out all mad and stuff. So
Yeah,
You
but
know.
does his track lead into the city, where he was picked up earlier today as being a madman? Or does his trail lead towards the druid camp or towards the wilds?
So it's kind of hard to tell because these are you quickly get to like actual roads. So to his roads, you definitely see his tracks, and you see but you see a lot of tracks because it's been a very busy day. So it's really hard to tell. There have been people moving every which direction, but
Yeah.
mostly towards Mirror's Reach. Yeah.
So hard to track.
Hmm.
Yeah. Your second home being where?
Yeah, somewhere on the edge of the Ashbourne Plateau.
Right. Yeah, right. It was on the same side, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
that you pretty much passed that as well.
Okay. Then at some point in the neighborhood of that, I'll tell you guys to hold up for a sec and disappear into an alley and
All right.
come back a little later with also a lantern.
So as you say,
Yes.
hold up for a second, Molly's like,
Slightly longer sack.
right. So you have your gear. You're all ready to go out into the wilds.
Well,
Ish.
oh,
I am.
where about are we going? Because where should we begin?
I'm not sure. His tracks are, well, impossible to follow here in the city. And there's no way of determining whether he used city for movement or whether he moved through the wilds.
Yes.
So I'm not sure. I think our best bet might be to track as many stags as we can.
And that will take ages.
Maybe, but he will have been looking for a large one. The larger hoof prints will, well, have a larger chance of finding the right one.
I know that they are near the camp, but I'm not sure if he's been there. I haven't actually seen him.
Nor I.
Alright. Let me get me a lantern of this home. I quickly go in, read mother, read Bara. Get my lantern, get some oil, get out.
All right.
Can I try to walk in as well and have a nice chat with Bara?
No, I when I'm at the door, she doesn't get in.
Nice.
No bad influences.
Is anybody actually stopping me?
Well, I'm eyeing you.
No, I'm not stopping you.
What? I live next door anyway.
Sure.
Hey,
Oh,
Bara!
wait. Okay.
Oh hell no!
Sup, chickie?
Out!
Now, if you actually, like, take one step towards his house, I
Yeah.
will stop you.
Oh, how many friends did you have growing up?
Very little.
But you did have some.
Very little.
He doesn't agree.
Yep.
Just your dog.
Yeah.
Just a
Your
dog,
companion, that's the only one.
I'll walk to the house next door and wave to my aunt.
All right. Yeah, waves back.
Only gratefully this
Confused.
happened.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
while you're waving at her in the middle of the night. But yeah, that's
Right.
If she's up, if she's not asleep, and I'm not gonna wake her up or anything.
right.
Let's
Right.
go. The
Yes,
forest
let's.
hatch. When you get to the forest hatch, I will put oil in my bullseye lantern and light it up. And just
Alright.
hold it in front and just
I have a
no
hooded
mis-
lantern. Is there a difference?
Yes, mine is yours is like this the vicinity, and I have a very clear one direction
Yeah.
Beam.
line. It's
Flashlight.
more clear like that to walk ahead, and this is more of the
Mhm.
vicinity. But I can't look backwards if I have like it all.
Yeah.
It's a
Both.
great combination to have.
Yeah.
It'll actually allow you to see something.
Yay.
I'd like to have a quick glance at the moon and see if it has turned red yet.
All right. So you're taking a look, and at first, like, nah, well, it's not as wide as it used to be. Seems to be changing.
I'd like to keep checking over the course of like, well, until midnight, see if it changes color
Alright.
further.
Right. So you just head into the woods, just going out. It's a big forest.
That's
Come
my
on.
problem exactly.
Well, I mean,
The wild is literally the rest of the world from
so
here.
what are your tactics to actually find something? How do you go about doing that?
I have the light.
Right.
That's my part.
Fair. Okay.
I have my shield.
I would like to start tracking for any signs of stags, hoof
Yep.
marks, tree rub, patches of fur.
Do we actually?
Give me a survival
Uh,
check, please.
Do we get to pass the camp?
8.
That's up to you. So you do find plenty of tracks out. Some of them do seem to belong to stacks, but they pretty much like go everywhere. So you look for like the biggest ones, I assume. There is a slightly bigger set of hooves, and it does lead somewhat close to the camp, but takes a fairly sharp left as you get a little closer.
All right. Well, because it's the largest set of hooves I've found, I would propose to keep tracking this one until we find bigger ones.
All right. So can I get some perception checks, please?
Wait.
Sure.
25.
8. I rolled a 3. This is going well.
16.
I rolled a
14.
19.
Okay, so Akaya, you're out in the woods. This is normally not your expertise, but you do stumble upon something that is your expertise. It seems to be of the same substance you found before. It's just it kind of happens by accident as you make your way through some of the shrubbery. You find like you're getting wet, something that touches you that's wet, and then you look at it and it definitely seems red. Like that seems like blood.
So, are we looking for an intact stag or a bleeding one?
Well,
Because there's blood here.
say that's a good clue. Because the stag we're looking for has been fed blood in some way or another. Yeah.
My god, the stag is barking.
Oh no.
It's barking bad. Okay. So, yes, blood.
All right.
Do we see anything
Yeah.
else than just blood? How high on the leaves is it?
Uh,
It's dripping from above?
like no, it's like 4 or 5 feet, so not that high. Like, yeah.
How fresh is it?
So, can you give me a survival check? I guess. Like you could do medicine, but I think survival makes more sense for you.
16.
16. So it seems pretty fresh, and like you've hunted plenty of animals before. That's you're called hunter for a reason.
Mhm.
Oh.
There's something a little odd about it. Like it's the texture or maybe the smell or there's something a little odd.
But I can't really put my finger on it.
No.
Alright. I think it might be good to see if we find more of this blood. Because I don't assume there's just a trail of it.
So you look up ahead and
Yeah.
you do see that there's like every now and then you see a couple
Little
patches
drop.
of red, but well you can't see that far because you can only see as far as your bullseye lantern goes.
Right.
Let's go follow the red drippy road.
Right.
Right. So yeah, you follow the trail you have, and eventually you do find at the edge of your light, you see something on the floor. Seems to be a body, but it's not as big as you would expect.
A body.
Yeah,
Alright.
The stag's
What
body.
kind of body?
it seems like a human body.
Alright, this is now officially a crime investigation. We do not touch anything.
Is it anybody we know?
Bara, can you give me a perception check?
Yes. 24.
Yeah, you would recognize the awful mustache, and by now you also start smelling it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is Sungren, the
Right.
scout.
This is a scout, Songren, colleague of mine in a way. I'd like to inspect him, see what kind of wounds he has.
All right, give me a nature check.
Natural one. Not using
So-
this one.
Okay. How this goes is I assume you all. What's the rest doing as Bara moves up? So
I want
do
to
you stay at
investigate.
range?
No, I want to investigate as well. I'll put my hand in front of Molly, not to see for you, and I'll go up as well with my lantern.
All right,
I would like to listen for a predator.
all right. Give me a perception check.
And I want to investigate.
And
I'm
you,
in
what
the
do you do?
forest. I'm used to cities. I'll just stand there.
All right.
19.
19. So, yeah, it is as you try to investigate, like what sort of wounds are these. You do get like, no, I should know this, and then you hear something coming, and you hear the, I'm gonna say roar of a stag, and I'm gonna need you to roll initiative. That is your initiative roll.
Oh, cool. I would say something like heads up,
18.
but
You had a good roll.
Higher than a 5. So
Yay!
nice.
24.
Wait.
Okay.
Right, Kaya, 24. Odin,
21.
21.
Dirty 20.
So I'm actually still last, right?
You had 19, right?
Yeah.
Roll for Molly as well.
Yep.
Oh wow, okay.
Do we need to put this on the map?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright.
Yay! Let's
So
use the
goes
minis
off the
we
map.
made.
Oh wait, let's
Outside.
put it to the side, not on the ground like normally.
Yeah.
This is probably moved a little bit because of
Yeah, we
But
can
we
adjust
the
it
dark.
when you have
A bumpy
So
puppy.
I will put on.
It's fine, it's fine.
our beautiful minis.
We need a halfling, probably.
Yeah.
I don't see a halfling here.
No.
Maybe there? Where's Parliament?
Yes, Parliament.
Paulman!
Oh no!
Oh my
it's a
God.
gnome.
Still here.
I came back, you guys! Oh my
Oh no.
God, the voice is back!
Oh god! Kill me now!
I assume a little bit like in the back. Oh yeah, you're looking out to the back,
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and I assume you're putting your taint onto Molly as much
Yes.
as you can.
Yeah.
All right. And there's a body on the ground.
Yeah, sure. We don't
Yeah.
need the body, we do need a stack though.
No.
So a large base would do.
Yeah, that's a good proper.
Sure,
Always.
that's a stack.
No, that's a
Always.
stack. Let's do this.
Oh.
I actually don't see that very well. So.
All
Tag
right.
with a hat.
Right.
Alright.
Nee.
Wow.
No boy.
So, you know this is happening.
From there?
Akaya, you actually
From there, yeah.
no, it's a bit farther away still.
Alright.
But you hear it coming through the bushes and through the forest. You hear it charging at you. What do you do?
Dodge. Something's coming out the way.
A dogger. I mean,
And yeah,
All right.
can I see anything?
no.
No. Okay.
Well, what the lantern has in the cone.
I forgot the range of.
And I'd like to take a few steps that way.
It's probably 40 foot for
I
dim light.
Think so, yeah, but I'll
Few
look it up.
steps.
Yeah,
That away, right?
that way. Yeah.
Like that.
Yep.
Right, then it's Molly's turn, which is the Polyman figure, I assume.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright, so she assumes the same stance she did before, the crane stance, when she slapped Bowden in the face.
noise.
But will, other than that, stay close. Right, Stack's turn.
Charge!
Yeah, basically. So it charges at the first.
Two, it sees.
Yeah, to Barra, because that
2,
40 feet.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right. Yeah. So it'll do that.
Remove the corpse.
Yes, please. You are now face to face with a giant stag.
Perfect.
Yeah, who will attack you? Will buck you, I guess.
No. Sorry.
Wait, that was the camera?
Yeah,
Right.
it
I'm so
dropped.
sorry.
As an
No, not that far. A bit back. Yeah, a little bit more. There we go. Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. So, that will be a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Take 7 damage.
Thank you.
Okay.
And a 5, so I'm assuming that'll miss.
No. That'll miss.
Right, Bowden, what do you do?
My lantern, is it sturdy enough that I know I can just drop it like it's hard?
I know what a bullseye lantern looks like exactly.
In my, I think it's a steel frame with
With a column.
enormous
Look at the cable.
pointing glass light construction.
Bowie.
Right, there is some
Hey.
glass in it. You
Nope.
could try.
No, if I want to know if I have done it before and it worked, or if I have never done it
Here.
before and
So,
that's not the best idea to do.
So out in the woods, it's probably fine.
Alright, and
that'll
just
make a soft
my
landing.
hand is also lower to the ground than
Fair.
viewing things, so
Yeah.
I'll just let it slip and take my hammer. So
Alright.
that's dropping is free, right? And
Yeah,
take
that's
my
free.
hammer is one action.
Yeah.
Is my
Alright.
thing still working?
I think so.
Okay, good.
I'm going to smack the beast because I cannot reason with him probably.
Can you tap the microphone? I think?
Oh, that's not enough. It's 12 to hit.
12. 12. No, that is in fact not
Alright.
enough.
Stay behind me and I raise my shield.
Alright. Barra.
Yes. I'd like to move 25 feet back. Draw my bow,
Alright.
and I would like to hunt stag,
Okay.
which also means I get a free recall knowledge. It's nature, I think.
Yeah.
13.
Alright. So what are you looking for? What information? Because you know a bunch about these things anyway.
Yeah,
Does this look like a
Um,
stag that's been drinking blood?
yeah. It basically means what kind of creature is it, and what are its strengths and weaknesses.
Sure, so it could tell you that. In this case, like you know what a stag does, and it's a fairly simple being.
Yeah.
Normally they're not that aggressive unless they have something to protect. But yeah, you definitely see, as in the pictures in the book, you see the eyes glowing a little red. So you know that's definitely off. This is not a normal stag.
Right.
It is a fairly big one though.
Yeah.
Right. Tell him, Lane.
And the red eyes are pretty obvious, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Me?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes. You're
I
the
thought-
last one.
I thought Polyman would go first.
There's no Polyman.
Well, there's
That's
a
Molly.
halfling.
Yeah, but she already
Molly.
went.
Oh, okay. Step aside. Like that. I assess the situation and put away my sword.
Okay.
I activate. Wait, that's one. Is putting away 2 actions.
No, it's one.
Okay.
You could also
I
just drop it, then it's a free action.
No.
Speaking of dropping it, does the light still shine normally? Okay, good, then it's not broken.
Activate the stone. What's it called? The Aeon Stone, something like that.
Alright.
Which allows me to cast without components.
Alright.
That would be it.
Okay. Akaya.
So I saw a deer just attack him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's way over there.
Yeah.
Bodin, get back here. And like circle around for a bit. I have a 25 feet movement speed.
That's one.
And
That's two. Yeah, that's two.
can I
that's four.
get one square more that way?
And then it's three. Yeah.
Flanking.
Well, you know. Right, Bodin's still there.
I want to get on the
I
other
thought that was
side of
the
it
corpse.
and
I'm not that. Yeah.
Can you make that with 2 moves or not? Or is
Three
it
I
moves.
think so.
No, that's 3 moves.
Didn't you go in a curve a bit more?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
The point is just getting to the other side of the stack as quickly as possible.
well, then that case in 2. I did it precautiously, but
And then I stab it.
stab shoot.
Alright.
Stab shoot.
You do rogue things, basically.
Yeah, I do rogue things. And
Insert
I roll
rogue.
Stack isn't
No,
happy
that's-
with this.
Hmm?
Stack isn't happy with this.
No. So 6 and 8 is 14. Does the flanking make him flat-footed and add anything?
It doesn't add anything, but it
Okay.
subtracts something from his AC, and it is therefore a hit.
Yay! Yeah, I wanted to stab him with a dagger, so...
Fair.
3. Plus 4, cause dex on damage?
Yeah, depends on what kind of rogue you are, but probably.
Yes.
And did you add the sneak?
No, not yet. What does the sneak add?
Probably 1d6 at this level.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
What Bente?
Then also
What Bente?
1 extra damage. So 8.
Technical issue, we'll be right back. Maybe leave it open a little bit. Yeah. Stack isn't happy with this at all.
No.
Like, oh, the hats!
The stag is not, though, as you plunge your dagger into the back of it. Yeah, no, you heard it quite bad, and you actually see, as you plunge your dagger into it, you see like blood sprouting everywhere. And now you get a little close, you see that through its fur, you see like a ton of red dots. For a little bit, and then you see like the blood everywhere. So yeah, that's definitely a lot.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
he injected the blood into the deer.
Uh-huh.
Creepy.
Molly will try and aid you.
Suicide.
1, 2, 6. Okay, so 2 moves, and it's gonna try and do her crane thing.
The owl stands.
It's still
The
flat.
crane wing attacks.
Okay. Fair.
Owl wing attacks.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a hit. That's a miss. It's good damage. So, she does like the slap in the face, but now on the stag, and you hear this like weird damp sound as she hits the stag, and a bunch of blood again just sprouts everywhere. It's pretty disgusting. Right,
Ew.
stag's turn.
Of course.
Bite me, you fucking bastard.
Yeah, there's this this rogue with the dagger like still in
Can
it.
I? Ooh.
You have a reaction, I assume. Yes.
Yes.
Nimble dodge.
What can
Well, that
I?
too.
Did my intimidating glare, because I don't have to talk anymore to.
No, you still have to spend an action to do it.
Oh, but that I have to prepare then. That's because this is.
Yeah, but you have a paladin reaction as well, right? Or a champion reaction.
yeah. But and I don't have to talk. I can.
No, but your champion reaction is something else.
But I thought that
It's like Glimpse of Redemption, I believe.
yeah, but I thought it would be without the speaking.
You don't have to speak for that.
No, then it's good, and I'm trying to do that.
All right. Well, you do that, which means the stack now has to like reconsider its actions and think
Yes.
about, do I still want to go through? No, he definitely does. So that does mean you get a resistance of.
No, you have to choose.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he chooses to attack
All right.
because that's
I
total
get that.
redemption,
I
yeah.
get that.
So I'm gonna make the attack roll. You use your nimble
reaction
dodge.
did you mean? Really?
No, I meant his reaction as a champion, but you have nimble dodge.
Yeah.
And you use that on this attack.
Well, yes.
All right. So the attack would be a 17.
That would be a miss.
All right. Because of the nimble dodge, I assume.
No.
Oh wow. So you see that high?
Yeah.
At level 2.
Yeah. Now I'm
It's a-
getting the
it's a
feeling I
dex.
did something wrong.
No, it's the
No,
dex.
it's
That's
probably
a plus
fine. You have a lot
4
of
from the
dex.
dex.
Yeah.
You have 18 dex, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's plus
Fine.
4 from your trained in
Okay,
whatever you
yeah.
wear. So.
Yeah.
I'm just complaining that I can't hit you. So it's gonna,
Okay, no, fine.
it's gonna try again, and that is also a miss, and then once more, and that's an even worse miss. Wow. Okay.
I just go like whoosh.
Rogues be dodgy.
Rogue stuff.
Bowden.
Yeah, Bowden.
I warned ya. I let my hammer just in my hand for a little bit, and you see some small glowy sparks coming from it when I do weapon search, and I'll smack the bastard.
There we go.
Ooh, that's good. That's 25 to hit.
Ow.
It's crit.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I do double dice, but and then it's
No, you
Because
just
the
roll
weapon-
as weapon
Yeah,
search, or you
yeah.
roll an extra die,
yeah.
and then you double everything.
Cool. Haha, 8 and a 1.
average.
9, 13, so 26.
26.
Yeah.
So
A
yeah,
lot of
you
blood splashes out.
you lay onto this thing. You lay into this thing. So with your hammer, like, do you do it with like a pointy end, or is it just like
No, it's with
Full
the
bludgeoning.
the full bludgeoning smack, try to hit him in the belly when he makes his turn.
right? It's a fantasy hammer, right? So it's just bludgeoning. It's
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, you do that, and you hear something. You hear the same like damp sound, and you see like this mist of blood, and then you hear this crack.
was
and
26 to it, by the way.
Super crit.
Yeah.
So your hammer, the sheer force, it just doesn't stop. So you actually cave in part of the stack's side. It falls over. Like this thing, it stopped moving, and there's blood literally everywhere. There's way more blood than there should be in a stag.
Alright.
Ew.
I'm at a safe distance.
Right. Anything else you want to do?
Oh, may you rest in peace.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe half of his blood is, well, animal.
I'm not sure.
Did you see all the tiny red dots?
I saw a lot of blood spatters.
Oh, there's a lot of tiny red dots on his skin, almost like injection wounds.
I wasn't focusing on that. I was trying to keep everyone safe.
As always.
So
Great job,
while they're
'cause
having
here
this
we all are.
conversation, the beast is actually dead, right?
Yeah, it won't stop moving.
Yeah.
I at least want to keep my hammer close to its head in case it decides to move again.
Twitch.
All right.
Or at least something is like, no.
Just no.
Can I choose to decapitate it?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, good.
So, yeah, you take your sword. What kind of sword do you have?
It's a great axe.
Right.
It's a sword axe. Great
Sure,
axe
let's go
profile.
with that.
Yeah.
So, you take your sword axe and you smash into it. And as that happens, I'd like you all to roll me perception.
10.
12.
15?
Yeah, 1 sec.
We're not very perceptive.
I like to
about 10.
10, yeah.
I like to have the idea that this my my bullhead lantern is over his body, so a large shadow is casted
23.
on top of the
23.
of the
Bowden, how
trees.
much?
12. Yeah, 12.
12. All right. So, Talonite, you notice this first. As you do, in fact, cut off the hat, you see a bunch of blood still coming from the beast. But the blood, it seems to form into a sort of coherent shape. Like, not
Oh,
really.
no.
And yeah, this thing looks to pounce you. The blood.
The blood is
What do you do?
attacking me.
Oh yeah, it's getting ready to.
I mean, I'm trying to see this the right way. Is it a deer's head or a stag?
No,
head
there's
with
no
blood?
there's no flashy parts on this anymore. It's
It's just
simply
liquid that
the blood.
happens to have a shape.
like imagine
Right.
an ooze but red.
Ooh.
No, not an ooze.
Ooh.
God damn it. No, I'm just kidding. That's strange. It starts to pound me. I guess.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah,
That is
it's,
some bad blood.
So,
Mm.
yeah, I can't kill blood with a sword, eh? So I think I'll move back, but
all right. You do you.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean move back. It's your turn.
Oh no.
Is it still large?
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh dear.
There was a lot of blood.
There's a lot of blood. Okay.
I would like to wipe off the blood of the blade, if there was any left. Like,
Probably.
does the blood monster soak up all the blood?
You definitely see all the blood like seeping into the ooze. Yeah.
So
Let's
it
just call it an ooze.
Also
so it
on my
drips off
hammer?
my blade.
Cool.
It drips off my blade towards the.
It does, yeah.
Okay, then I don't need to wipe anything.
Also, the blood that's open from.
Well, actually, you do feel like something pooling on you.
On me?
That can be great.
Could it
Yeah,
be a
like the
dog?
blood out of your wound seems to be.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's great.
We have a fifth player.
Yeah. Oh, he's my animal companion.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Borg. Right. Anything else you do besides moving away?
I put the blade away
Okay.
because I know this is not a blade thing
All right.
to find.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Blood ooze turn. Let's
Oh.
go.
Blood ooze. Fuck no.
That,
So, dear Boden,
Aight.
okay. So you see this ooze. It's like golfing about like what oozes do, but then it like forms a pseudopod and just punches you with blood.
Nice.
That's yeah. I don't think that ever happened before.
No.
That's a 28.
20 is my AC.
So it's a hit.
Yes.
You're very lucky.
No, I'm very tanky.
Which is very lucky.
Aye.
You take 11 damage
Nice.
and you start bleeding profusely.
Ooh, that's not so nice.
It's not, no.
11 damage.
Okay, so it miserably fails with its other attacks. It's Molly's turn, so she's gonna try to flurry of blows it. Manages to miss with two of her attacks. Wow. Come on, that's not gonna work.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna roll damage real quick. Yeah, that's a bucket, but there's nothing in it. Okay. I understand how that's confusing. So,
Cute.
yeah, some parts of the ooze chip off, I guess. Doesn't seem to be too phased by it. Akaya, I don't know how an ooze would be phased though, but you know.
No.
Sweet stranger sucker punch. Okay. I'll try to stab the ooze.
Yes, okay, you put a dagger into the ooze. Go.
Yeah, that. And I will use twin feint because I haven't done that before. It's a flurry of attacks that leave him flat-footed for the second strike, which he is anyway, but doesn't matter. So 5 plus 8 is 13.
Alright, so you hit, but two things happen. First, you try and like pierce the vital parts, there are none. It's blood,
Yeah.
so you don't get your sneak bonus.
Mm.
What also happens is that as you put in your dagger, the blood just starts to clot around your dagger. Like you can pull it out still, but it seems to harden a little bit to the effect. So roll your damage.
Okay. 1 plus 4 is 5 damage.
All right.
And I'd really like my dagger back. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so you can pull your dagger back, but you see the cloth just then dissolve again, and that seems fine.
Mhm.
But you had 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
Wasn't the flurry?
And I roll a 2, so
Hmm.
the -5 will make it a no.
Probably no.
Does
yeah.
it count as a... Yes, it does. Okay.
I don't know. Sometimes those things. Wait, let me check.
No, I think
Twin Fang, right?
twin feint. Yeah.
Oh, Twin Feint. Ah.
Feint.
Yeah, so it says apply your multiple attack penalty to the strikes normally, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know how much you ended up with, but probably not a lot.
The 9 minus 5, I think.
Okay, so no. You do still have one more action.
I'll try again.
Alright.
I don't know. I rolled 2, so now.
Okay. Bowden.
Oh, for God's sake. Just biting through this and I'll smack the bloody thing.
You do that.
Really.
Natural 1.
Wow, you managed to miss.
Okay. It's pure rage. It's not my training. Alright. I'm gonna focus. Swing at it again. That's 21 minus 5, 16.
Is a hit.
Alright. I'll smack the thing. 5.
5 damage. Alright.
I'll raise my shield. And I'm bleeding quite heavily.
You
But I
are.
will manage for now.
Let's see.
Your blood will merge with its blood.
I probably think so, yeah.
Right.
Ew.
You take some damage. Let's see.
Noise.
You take 4 damage.
Oi.
And your blood seeps directly back into the
Mhm.
ooze.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a flat check to see if you can stop the bleeding?
15.
Is exactly what you needed. You stop bleeding. That's
Yay.
very lucky.
I think it's okay.
So I guess like enough of your blood just flew out at the same time, so it had some time to clot. Bara.
I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will hunt the ooze, which also lets me recall knowledge on it. What do I roll for that?
Arcana or religion, either works.
It's a weird blood monster.
That is 7.
7. On which one?
Religion.
Religion. Yeah, no, you can't make much of it.
No.
Like, this is definitely evil. It looks evil.
Cool.
So
I
necromancy
will,
is always evil?
Because healing is also necromancy, but, transferring your blood to an unwilling vessel seems kind of
Against the law.
malicious.
I will then proceed to shoot the thing.
Fair.
18 to hit.
That's enough.
Alright. D8. That is 7 damage. And I
Alright.
will roll my precision damage even though it doesn't do anything, which is a 1. So
Yeah,
7.
that does indeed do nothing. Alright, so yeah, take some. So you see the arrow just does something.
Yep.
Telemath.
Alright. Activate the stone again. And it gets particularly windy around me. But a ray of frost escapes my hand towards the bloody
Alright.
creature. Not sure how an ice ray actually works.
It's not a ray. It's
Okay, fair enough.
It's a. It probably says roll a spell attack.
Yes. 14.
That's enough.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a noose. It's kind of hard to miss.
Sure. That gets a d4 damage, which is 4, plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is another 3.
All right. So it takes 7 damage. Yeah, it seems to hit home. Anything else you want to do?
No, that would be my turn.
Alright. So the ooze looks a little bit worse for wear now. And it's not a big fan of you guys. So
Oh, really?
everyone within 15 feet of it.
Nope.
Yes.
Is it just you? Or it's Molly as well, right?
And
Right.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Right, so
Yeah.
can you give me a fortitude save, please?
You get sucked in, and part of the creature.
Oh, poor Molly.
I did a good one. 24.
Okay, that's one shy of a crit fail. So that's
What? 24 is one shy of a crit fail?
Akaya?
Sec.
No.
No, roll your fortitude save.
Yes. 15?
Alright. 24 is a success, 15 is a fail.
Sorry. Didn't mean to curse.
You take 4 damage and you take 2. This is really bad. Molly takes a little bit more than that, though. A little bit more. And you see some of Molly's blood, especially being siphoned back into the ooze.
Right.
It's a nasty thing, and then it's gonna try and then pseudopod Molly.
Of course.
It likes the taste.
Of course.
Which is a miss. Wow. Damn monks. Crane stance saved her actually.
Wow.
Molly's turn. Two hits for. Yeah, alright. Alright, so yeah, she just keeps punching it or kicking it or doing weird things with the crane stance and managed to miss twice. But also hit twice. Akaya.
I'll attack it again. I think.
Oh, cool.
Wait, the dagger stab last time didn't generate stealth attack damage because it clotted?
No, because it doesn't have anything vital to hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what it does, yeah.
Mm.
Like you can try and make it bleed profusely, but like it's basically one big artery, so you know.
So it's bleeding.
It's all blood.
entirely.
Yes, so are you.
So you did a good job.
I guess.
Can I smack it with the hilt of a rapier, as in that's more bludgeoning than
Yeah, it's an
piercing?
improvised weapon, so you know you could. but-
Yeah, no. Just normal dagger stabby.
Alright.
For 13 plus 8 is 21.
Alright, yeah, that's a hit.
Yay. 5 damage.
Alright.
Second attack. 12 minus... no. 12 plus 8 minus 5 is 15.
Is a hit.
That's 6 damage.
Alright. So you notice that the first time you stabbed it, it instantly reacted by clodding up again, and it didn't seem to really do anything. With your second attack, that didn't happen. So yeah, it actually took some damage there.
Yay. And I'll do a third attack.
Alright.
Because I have nothing better to do.
Uh-huh.
16 minus 10 plus 8, so that's 14.
It's a hit.
And I roll 1 damage higher, so that's 7 damage.
Alright, yeah, it's looking quite bad, I guess. Let's say
Bad
yes.
blood.
It's a blob of blood, so it looks horrible anyway.
Bowden. Yeah, but it's no longer containing all of the blood inside it, so it's like, you know, that's a
It's dripping.
couple
Yay.
of bottles of blood now.
Alright. Molly, step back. You're looking bad.
Yeah, no, Craig.
And I'm going to try to hit it. 15.
Hit.
11.
11 damage?
Yes.
Wow, okay. How?
Well, in
max
Yeah.
damage or?
no, I rolled a 7.
Right, yeah, one of max.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Alright, and I try to stab bashes, whatever, in a gun.
Yeah, bash its essence.
Yes. 17, 12.
12 is a hit.
5. Damn it.
5 damage, alright.
Mhm.
That's still pretty good.
And I'll raise my shield. Molly, got back
By the gods! Okay.
by the
Lara.
guardian.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a hunter's aim to shoot it dead in the center.
Alright.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely enough.
That does max damage. 9.
9 damage. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
looking real bad now.
Yeah.
But not bad enough.
Well, I'll just take one more pot shot then.
Alright.
Nope.
Natural 1.
No.
Nice.
I watch it.
Alright. Tell him, Leif.
All right. Well, this time, I would like to apply electrolysis, so I'm gonna shoot an electric arc at it
Alright.
while saying, "I am the storm." Well, that's beginning
Wow.
of something,
Alright.
I guess.
So, yeah, it needs a reflex save, right?
Yes.
Oh, it's not great at those.
Oh yeah.
How could it?
Well, great. Oh, and I don't need to roll anything.
Natural 20.
No, it's a 21 in total.
That's a save, so half damage, right?
That's a save.
Yeah, so half damage indeed.
It doesn't say you get half
It's-
damage.
It's basic saves, and basic saves follow that.
Oh, fair
principle.
enough. Okay. That's 3 rounded down, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
always rounded down.
Okay, so 1
So,
plus 3.
well, you round it down at the end, so
6
Then
becomes...
so
Three.
3.
6 becomes 3.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's still like the magic inside it is still animating it, but only slightly. There
Okay,
would be almost no pulse.
Really?
No, come on.
I'm so not sorry. Right, that was your turn, or do you have an action left?
That was my turn.
All right. So let's try and keep this thing alive then. Everyone around it.
Let's try to
Give me a
this thing alive.
fortitude save.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
Natural 20.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Fudge you!
Molly fails.
19, so plus 5 is 24.
You
That's a save.
succeed.
Yeah, we're not gonna run 15 feet back, so.
Oh, okay. 13, so you take 6 damage, you take
Ow.
no damage, Molly takes 13 damage.
So,
Ka-ching!
back at it. Oi.
Hey.
So the previous
Don't
one was a
bite
really
the cables.
low roll.
But you had a crit success
Come on.
then.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Come on.
Yes.
Where'd you go?
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, he's going away.
Yeah. Okay, so Molly's blood siphons back into the use again. You know the drill. So, and then
Yeah.
it's gonna try and punch Molly, I guess.
I'm trying to intervene.
Yeah, no, that might be helpful, because that's a natural 20.
So, does it choose to
It...
not to attack?
No.
Okay.
So,
So it's 4
Molly's
damage.
dying.
Four damage reduction.
Yeah, that's not gonna...
And now he's enfeebled 2.
Yeah. But Molly is definitely dying too.
Dying as well. Oh.
Oh no, pull him
Oh no problem. God. No.
in! Yes.
And bleeding.
Oh god.
This is a bad
Oh,
bad
that's
combination.
really bad.
Yeah.
Good start for the Star Seekers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Right. Akaya.
Yeah. Did I pick the dam? No, I didn't. Yeah, I'll just stab it again. Make the evil thing go away faster.
By repeatedly stabbing.
By
that's fair.
repeatedly stabbing it. I roll a 4, so I miss. Plus 8 is 12.
That's a hit.
Okay, good. That's a hit then.
It's a
Yeah,
nose.
sure. It's
Like I
a hit.
said, it was impressive to even miss it that many times.
Okay, 7 damage.
Okay, yeah, it does the same clodding thing again.
Okay.
So it takes a little less.
Another attack for 11 plus 3 is 14.
Is a hit.
For 8 damage.
And it goes down.
Yay!
Nice.
So, yeah.
And for my third action, I'll try to help her up.
Okay, how?
Stabilize.
Do you have stabilize?
I have medicine.
Alright, so yeah, you would have to take out... I don't think you have battle medic or something, right?
No.
So yeah, you can start treating wounds.
I would like to cast Stabilize.
Yeah.
So she
So-
doesn't die.
Yeah, so then we don't have to do this in order anymore because you have enough time
Okay.
to do that because it's like success. So yeah, at least she's stable, and then you can try and treat her wounds to get her back up if you want,
Yes.
or magically heal if anyone
Does
does that.
stabilize also stop the bleeding?
I believe so. I'm gonna say for now, at least it does.
Doesn't say in the spell description.
No, well,
Because we kind of need it for the rest of the story.
It just means it loses the dying condition.
yeah, but let's say yes, because otherwise you would be killing her faster right now. Because then she would go up to wounded and then die again because of the bleed, and she would yo-yo back into like her grave. So that'd be bad.
It doesn't sound.
Oh, that would
Logic.
be so cruel. And
yeah,
great
it's pretty,
torture.
it's pretty bad.
We'll remember this for if we ever need to torture someone.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'd like to end the session here. You're safe-ish, right? And you just killed a blood ooze.
Yeah,
Great.
This is why you just cooperate with the calling, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week again, and also
With more
Monday with
adventures.
Return of Light. So see you then.
And next week
Bye.
we have character art.
Right, and character. Yay,
Yes.
bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.